What is up?
There are those of us who earn.
Motherfuckers and party people.
Who choose raw materials over ready-made.
Motherfuckers and party.
It's a
Yeah.
special kind of person to build their world.
How's everybody doing today?
And a special set of tools. Northern Tools and Problem Solvers Paradise. There's nothing we can't find, fix, or figure out together. We're made for this. Start solving your projects today at northerntool.com.
What's up, Daniel? How you doing? Who do you want to win? I want Ty Gibbs to win, and I think Ty Gibbs is gonna win.
Price plan just helps you create an affordable price. Oh, like a good neighbor.
I don't think Ty Gibbs is gonna win the race. I actually think Sammy Smith is gonna get his first career win. But I think Ty Gibbs is gonna win the title.
Waterproof. Up to 36-hour wear. Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil. Maybelline, New York.
If you're loud, be louder. If you stand out, stand strong. And if you got the devil on
Why Ty? He wrecked his teammate for no reason. I just love the Ty Gibbs like villain persona. I really love that Ty Gibbs has kind of turned into a villain that like everybody hates. And I personally love that. I think that's great. I think that's what we need. I think it's perfect. So, like, yeah, I don't agree with what Ty Gibbs did. I think it was very dumb. But I love that he's the villain, you know?
The second one is to win the whole thing and forever be called a
This man literally had to be escorted by police because of how much of a fucking villain he is.
Series playoffs. I am Nascar.
Mondays on USA, don't miss the pulse-pounding nonstop action of Monday Night Raw, featuring WWE superstars such as Seth Rollins, Bianca Belair. Monday Night Raw, live Mondays at 8 Eastern on USA. Noah Gragson, certainly one of the favorites here when it comes to the Xfinity Series Championship, deciding it at Phoenix. After all, DJ, he won here in the spring. But how hard is it to repeat and win back-to-back races at a racetrack?
Well, it's certainly difficult, but I think there's also that mindset that you have a lot of confidence in your ability and understanding of a certain track. So I think it's a positive for Noah and his team to be able to do this. I mean, it wasn't just the only race that he won. He won 7 other times to make it 8 for the year. So he's pretty much proven he can win anywhere and everywhere.
You know, the thing about Noah that I've noticed all week is he is so loose. He is having so much fun. The moment's not too big for him, and he has performed outstanding this last half of the season. All season, just like DJ said. So this is going to be an opportunity for him to step up to that big stage and hit a home run, knock it out of the park, see if he can win this championship.
So, Kyle, I listened to his media interview this week. This is his last Xfinity race, which he made very clear. He has no concern for anybody else in the field.
No,
but that's
just
going to
about
give him a level of freedom in today's race.
Yes, listen, he is closing the door. Today, when they throw the checkered flag, he is closing his door on the door in his mind on the Xfinity Series. He's looking straight forward. If he leaves any ruffled feathers here, they're going to have to come to the Cup Series and get him unruffled.
I don't think he really cares. And I'm going to go out on a limb, DJ, and say if he's near the 54 at the end of the race, listen to his media comments, I'm pretty sure he's going to move Ty Gibbs at least out of the way.
He seemed to make that clear that he wouldn't have a problem doing that. I don't think he does each and every week. He's going to be himself here today.
He did not hold back in the media comments earlier this week. We mentioned.
I think Noah Gragson deserves the title the most out of these guys, but I think Ty Gibbs is going to do it.
Honest, we were going to have crew chief and driver, but your showboat driver's still out there on a truck, which I appreciate. Let's talk about Noah. We were just having a conversation. You're moving up with him next year. You say you just love the kid, so much energy, so much fire. They were just talking about how loose and relaxed. Is that the real Noah? Is that the guy on and off the racetrack?
Absolutely. I mean, he's a kid that likes to have fun doing whatever he's doing, whether it's driving the race car or preparing for it or whatever he is goofing off on during the week. So today's going to be a great day for us, and I like to see him having fun getting up to this point.
So let's talk about today. I think we understand what the driver's role is, but take me on top of the pit box. What do you think your role in trying to win the championship?
Hi, soccer's on, so no NASCAR till tomorrow.
It's all about just keeping the team.
This is the Xfinity Series Championship, Furrow.
It's been demonstrated throughout the season, so really we just got to bring our best in every opportunity and circumstance that gets presented here during the race, and that goes for the race team, myself and Noah included. So I just have to keep everybody pulling the rope in the same direction and just focusing on what matters in the instances that will arise during this race.
How about the bigger conversation? Junior Motorsports, 3 cars in. I know what the drivers are going to say. Talk about the crew chiefs, the preparation. How's the week been? And is there like a line in the sand? Is a green flag every man for himself?
Yeah, I mean, we all want to be the champion, right? So we most importantly, we want to bring the trophy back to JRM. That's what's important to us all. So we've worked together really hard as teammates trying to make each other better, and part of that is competing with each other here today. So, once this race starts, it's going to be all about just trying to be on the team that gets the checker flag.
I tell you what, it's going to look pretty good. The drivers are coming through here right here. Your man, though, is still back here shaking hands and being excited. He showed up on Thursday at the media center, outspoken. Now, does that make you cringe when he's willing to go out on those limbs and be as boisterous as he is, or you love that confidence?
The thing I love about Noah is he's 100% genuine at all times. He doesn't put on a front. He just is who he is, and I think that's what makes him so great. And that's why he's so great for the sport. I love to see him have fun, and that involves cutting up a little bit, and he does a great job racing while he's doing it.
All right, we're going to try to get him right here. We're going to roll over here. We're going to speed this right up if we can. He's hiding on the other side of the trucks is the problem, Marty.
Rolling kind of slow.
We see him coming this way. All right, listen, he's kind of hedged. He's not going to run,
see
which
you
I
trying,
appreciate.
Steve.
I got him. I got him
Nice
right
effort.
here. Noah, come on in. You put your man on the spot, which I appreciate. He told us all the magical plans. You love the spotlight. You look like you've had a great plan all week long. The question is, how much have you enjoyed this week, and how much are you looking forward to this race?
I'm enjoying it. Just taking this last truck ride around the track, seeing the whole grandstands up on their feet here, and it means a lot. Opportunities like this where it's high pressure but high reward. That's what we're here for. Luke's done a great job. The rest of the Bass Pro Shop guys have just been unbelievable this year, and it's moments like these
Soccer
where
blows, go
everyone
pound
on our
sand.
feet that we strive
I'm gonna
for. So
agree with.
I'm
Well,
super excited. Last
soccer
year, I was
soccer
really
isn't bad,
tunnel vision,
but
super
NASCAR
narrowly
is
focused,
better.
Just didn't
So-
enjoy this opportunity and didn't appreciate it, if that makes sense. So this year, I'm just having as much fun as possible. Luke believes in me. I believe in him. This whole team, they're just can't thank everybody enough. So super excited and ready to get after it this year.
We've seen some big moments all year, some big moments here at Phoenix. You told us this week you'd rather not have to rough up a teammate for a championship. Let's put those guys aside. The rest of the field, what is it? Is it game on, whatever it takes?
I think we're here to race hard and clean. There might be one guy who the ticket's open to do whatever, but we're focused on racing hard and clean and just being out front and hopefully taking that checker flag first.
Well, I appreciate the time, guys. Appreciate the hustle out of the truck. A little bit of tap dancing out of the crew chief. Marty, crew chiefs can do anything. Fill TV time, call the race. They got it all.
A-plus job. Steve Letarte took in TV announcers. A-plus job in filling that time there. So a couple things to unpack from what Noah said. DJ, I told you he's willing to wreck Ty Gibbs. That was the one driver he mentioned. But I find it very interesting. He mentioned to me Thursday, he mentioned it right there. Last year, his first time in the championship four, he didn't soak it in. Intentional this time. Do you understand that feeling?
Yeah, I fully understand it. I think, KP, you understand that. Brad, probably you too as a competitor. You get in these situations, you're so focused on what you need to do and want to do and what you want to happen that you don't take it in. It's a great opportunity that you have right here. You've got to do that. Don't wait. I didn't do a good job of that. Hell, I waited till I was 50-some years old to look back on all that. Wish I would have enjoyed it more in the moment.
He said he's going to be very purposeful about soaking everything in, including the ride around the track. So, Kyle, what kind of advantage is it for Noah Gregson to have a guy like Luke Lambert on top of the pit box? Listen, he almost won a Cup championship a few years ago with Ryan Newman.
With Ryan Newman, yeah. He's been in this position. He understands this position. He's seen every angle of this sport. He's been defeated. He's won. So many things have happened to him. And I think we talk about that all the time with the Cup guys also. It's that combination of crew chief and driver, and these guys have been incredibly successful this year. They will be today, too.
So driver introductions for the championship four about to start here in Phoenix. Perfect weather, by the way, for it. But we'll talk about a couple of the other championship four drivers. We just covered Noah Gregson. Brad, when Justin Allgaier was asked who the favorite was this week, he immediately said his teammate Josh Berry. Is he too under the radar as a championship favorite today?
Oh, no doubt about it. I love what Justin Allgaier brings to the table. I mean, his experience is just, it's incredible. And for me, as a diehard fan of this sport for over 50 years, I love the fact that Justin Allgaier has made this home. I grew up loving watching this series with legends, heroes like Jack Ingram, Sam Ard, Larry Pearson, all of those guys. They made this series what it is. And to see Justin Allgaier plant his flag in this series makes it incredible. He is on par to win this championship through experience alone today.
DJ, how about his teammate Josh Berry? Josh Berry, I think, has a lot of fans out there that he probably is going to pick up because it's every racer's racer is what Josh Berry is.
Next up to be introduced is Ty Gibbs. So let's listen in and see how the fans receive the Ty Gibbs introduction.
Starting on the pole, he has 6 wins this season and is making his championship 4 debut. Driver of the number 54, Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, from Charlotte, North Carolina.
They saying you?
Yeah.
The stoic look, Kyle. I mean, how do you react to that as a 20-year-old kid?
Listen, I think the fans have spoken. Listen, they're in his head. We've heard interviews with him this week. I don't care. He is so young, you can't help but be in his head. That man right there, Noah Gragson, has been in his head all week long also. So they're running out of room inside his head. Okay, let me say that. He's got to clear all that out to make something happen for him today because there's so much going on in there.
There is one championship for a driver we have not heard from. That is Justin Allgaier. Can he finally win a championship in his 12th full-time Xfinity Series season? We'll hear from Justin Allgaier next.
Hello. I saw you move in and I wanted to welcome you to the neighbourhood with some homemade biscuits.
Oh, that's so nice.
And a little tip, Geico could help you save on homeowners insurance.
Cookies.
Biscuits.
Throw a little nutmeg in there?
Oh, it's my mum's secret recipe.
You can tell me.
It's a secret.
Is it cinnamon?
It's my mum's secret recipe.
Call Geico and see how easy saving on homeowners and condo insurance can be.
I'll come back for the plate.
Imagine having the elite performance of Goodyear now on your Skechers. Enhance your traction, durability, and stability with Skechers, featuring the top-tier performance of premium Goodyear rubber. Get all-season performance with Goodyear and Skechers.
At Safelite, we take care of vehicles with the latest technology. We can replace your windshield and recalibrate your safety system.
And they recycled my old glass.
Don't wait, schedule today.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
A reign of terror grows stronger.
Remove your mask and join the schism, or be torn down.
Psoriasis really messes with you. Try, hope, fail.
No one should suffer like that.
I started Cosentix. 5 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentix. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections, some serious, and a lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Tell your doctor if your Crohn's disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
Best move I ever made.
Ask your dermatologist.
It's the night that helps America decide.
Will the people choose a new direction?
Count on News Nation for the most accurate real-time data powered by Decision Desk HQ.
And only News Nation is everywhere on the ground that counts.
With the most journalists and the best political team anywhere.
For results without the agendas and bias. Trust Decision Desk 22.
On America's fastest growing cable news network, News Nation.
Represent your favorite driver and take advantage of amazing deals at the Nascar shop. Check out the greatest selections of t-shirts, hats, diecast, and more by visiting NASCAR.com/shop today. You know, Justin Allgaier has more wins and laps led at Phoenix than the rest of the Championship 4 group combined. Can he take advantage at one of his best tracks? Let's see what he thinks. He's with Parker Kligerman.
Right, Marty. His 12th full-time season in the Xfinity Series, his 5th appearance in the Championship 4, so I want you to sell me. Why is this the year that Justin Allgaier is going to get a championship?
Why not?
I like that.
Honestly, I'm proud of our team. You know, you look at the speed that Junior Motorsports had all season long. Our Camaros have been fast week in and week out, and I know it's going to be a tough order. You know, Noah and Josh obviously going to be right there, and we're going to have to battle a teammate, right? But I'm proud of our team, proud of the effort we put in, and proud of this brand fresh 9 Gold Camaro. You know, yesterday in practice, arguably the best car I've ever had here. We knew long run was going to be our strength. I made a few mistakes qualifying that were my fault, but all in all, I think we can make our way through the field. Obviously, battle up front and go for a win. The key for us today is to go try to win the race. We've done that every week in and week out. We've been victorious on racetracks very similar to this. We've been victorious here, and I know that our team has every opportunity to go do it, so we're going to have fun with it.
There's been a lot of discussion in Xfinity Series about how others are racing each other's. We saw it at Martinsville, so you mentioned racing teammates. How do you approach this? How aggressive will you be late if it's for a championship?
Well, here's the thing. We're going to focus on winning the race and winning the championship for Junior Motorsports. Our guys and gals that are back at the shop that are part of this, they truly put their heart and souls into this program, and we're going to win a championship for Junior Motorsports today regardless. And we just cannot be, we have to be smart. We have to race each other respectfully. If it comes down to the last corner, the last lap, we're going to have to go for it. But I have a lot of respect for my teammates and this whole organization, and we're going to go duke it out. We're going to have a lot of fun with it.
Marty, you mentioned how successful he's been here at Phoenix. As he mentioned, he's been saying it all weekend. This is the best car he's ever had. Keep an eye on the set.
Wow, that's some big stuff there, Parker. So, DJ, Justin Allgaier at 36 is the old man in this group. How much does experience count for in a day like this?
Yeah, I think in this series that it counts a lot. I think the two things, you have that experience, and this is one of his favorite racetracks. The stats that he's put up are remarkable. But I think that he's going to have to lean on all of that. And I think something I just heard there, I understand. They want a Junior Motorsports car and driver to win this championship. But I'm telling you, when it comes down to it, you become very, very selfish. Or I would hope that they would anyway, because that's the driver I would want for my team.
Absolutely. And talking to Justin Allgaier about that experience that we all know he has, I asked him, how does that play out? He says, well, the biggest thing is mistakes. If there's a mistake made, I'm not going to panic to where someone else may do something, overdrive the car, try to get it all back in one lap. So I think that's critical as we watch him go throughout this today. They're all going to have little issues here or there, but watch and see if he rebounds quicker than maybe one of the younger guys would.
Boy. When we come back, our championship picks. Is anyone brave enough to pick Ty Gibbs today? I think a few people might be as we get closer to crowning a champion here in Phoenix.
I'm on a mission to talk to people about getting screened for colon cancer and hear their reasons why.
I screened for my son. I'm his biggest fan.
If you're 45 or older at average risk, you have screening options, like Cologuard.
Cologuard is non-invasive and finds 92% of colon cancers. It's not for those at high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
Everyone has a reason to screen for colon cancer. If you're 45 or older, get started at missiontoscreen.com.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Contestants ready? Go! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Die Hard. Good choice.
Only one I trust.
Imagine if everything had the reliability, durability, and power of Die Hard. Diehards choose Die Hard, and they get it at Advance Auto Parts.
I've always wanted to do that.
Next round on me.
Toyota, let's go places.
Horsepower is what we've been waiting on. Car just slowed down. Oh, we've got 4 cars tangled up. Oh, on the back straightaway. Car into the wall. It's on fire. Turn 3. Just a lot of action there. These guys battling for a championship.
Lap into the wall, the 9 of Noah Gregson. 3 wide, and they contacted the line. And a 4, they're side by side. Henrik's gonna win it at the line.
Got it.
for Championship Saturday?
You got that right. That was just the first 10 laps of the race.
Exactly. Phoenix Raceway is the site perfect day to wrap up the season and crown a champion for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. So let's talk about, Kyle, how do the Joe Gibbs Racing teams and drivers get past what happened last week at Martinsville?
So listen, I've seen this a lot in my career where two drivers get mad at each other. But very few times does it trickle down into the shop. And this is in the shop. Talking to those 19 guys, talking to those 54 guys, they're mad at each other. And when you get mad at each other, and we heard Ty Gibbs address it a little bit. He said, when I hurt feelings at the shop, that's different. So he knows that it's trickled into JGR Racing back in North Carolina. And that is not a good place to make people mad.
I don't know, Brad, who was on the pole at Martinsville? Brandon Jones, and he had the first pit stall selection. Guess who has pit stall number 1 here?
I think
Ty
Ty
Gibbs.
Gibbs.
So maybe they're not
saying, get over it.
Maybe they're not mad.
He's going to whoop them today, and everybody will forget everything.
I'm just saying maybe they're not as mad as each other thinks because they were kind enough to get that pit stall number 1, and that's teamwork despite being mad at each other.
Brandon's doing his part. He's done his part.
So you think
did it last week too?
You think they gave it to each other? It didn't come from above them.
Oh, I think it came from above.
There we go. Now we're talking.
And remember how important that pit stall number 1, DJ, was last year to Kyle Larson when he won the Cup Series championship. So we heard it mentioned twice, DJ, in the last 5 or 10 minutes. How hard do the junior motorsports cars race each other today?
They're going to have to race each other hard. Listen, there are no guarantees. I know you don't want to do the wrong thing and take your teammate out in a situation like this. And I don't think they're going to race to that extent each other. But you got to race. You don't know. There are no guarantees you're ever going to have another shot at a championship. You have to make the most of this day today.
So, Brad, if you're Dale Jr. sitting down there being Switzerland on the number 1 pit box, as Rutt told us, are you blessing, hey, you got to race each other and do what you have to do to win a championship for you?
I think you talk to these guys and you tell them, just don't hold your teammate up if he's fast, but you've got to race really hard. Otherwise, you're going to get run over.
Yeah.
So it's just like playing basketball. If you don't play 100% or football, you don't play 100%, you're going to get hurt.
Listen, it's junior motorsports until it becomes Gregson Motorsports, Algire Motorsports.
Very good point.
You know what I mean?
Very good point.
That's it.
All right, let's see who our championship picks are. Jeff Burton goes first. Going with Ty Gibbs. So someone went with Ty Gibbs.
Yes.
Someone went with Ty Gibbs. Steve Letarte going Noah Gregson. Kyle, who did you go with today?
I think I went with Noah Gregson. I've been with him since Road America.
Yep.
I've been riding that horse. He's my guy.
DJ?
Yep, going with Noah also.
Wow.
I just think that his aggressive nature, he's got a fast car, the pit crew, the team together, everybody there. I think he's got the whole package, including his talent to get it done.
All right, Brad, tell me you're going to pick someone else.
Man, Noah Gregson's been stronger than an acre of plowed garden. But I'm going with Josh Berry. I'm going with the dark horse pick. I think he's going to do it today. He came back last spring, where he started in the back. He finished 3rd. He said, He said that proved to him that he could do this, that he could race with these guys. He might walk away with a championship.
Great story, man.
I'm going to go with Ty Gibbs because I'm going to go with the Kyle Petty theory. Listen, he has the fastest car here, and I don't think, Kyle, anyone has the guts to do anything about it and take them out. We'll see.
Marty just called the field out. Just call them out.
Yeah. Hey, when we come back, time for pre-race ceremonies on a championship Saturday in Phoenix for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. The championship 4. One will stand at the end of the night. Who will it be?
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5. How will you know which 2 to choose? Don't ask us. That's a rhetorical question. And everyone knows 2 for $5 is better than 1, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic.
Freaking roots. Did someone say roots? Magic Root Cover Up by L'Oreal Paris. I can cover your grays in 3, 2, 1. Yes. It's magic. Magic Root Cover Up by L'Oreal Paris. We're worth it.
Hey, so what if we have questions about our policy?
And what if it's late at night?
And what if someone still calls us mom for everything?
At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Hey, Mom.
Who?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
At SafeLight, we take care of vehicles with the latest technology. We can replace your windshield and recalibrate your safety system.
And they recycled my old glass.
Don't wait, schedule today.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
For tires, I only trust Goodyear.
So I wear Skechers with Goodyear rubber for incredible traction, durability, and stability. If Goodyear rubber can handle what this beast throws at it, just imagine how well it'll perform on your feet. Try Skechers with Goodyear.
He murdered, tortured, and committed acts of evil, the likes of which you could not comprehend.
Quiet. Don't want to spoil the fun too soon.
I'm telling you, I would not do that, guys. That's the dinner in the sky, guys, here at the Phoenix Raceway. Great crowd on hand, beautiful weather to crown a champion. Time for the championship pre-race ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise as you are able and remove your hats as the cadets of Cesar Chavez High School Army Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome the Associate Pastor of Relentless Church, Ben Howell.
What's up, Nascar? On behalf of Relentless Church, we're so happy to be here. Please pray with me. Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for the great sport of NASCAR. Please keep our drivers safe and all of our fans safe today, and allow us to just advance your kingdom and share the gospel in all that we do. We love you. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome United States Army veteran, retired firefighter, and award-winning gospel recording artist, James Rambo Smith.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, who'd brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang around the bombs bursting through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, sail us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Woo!
On the other side, Rick Allen, Jeff Burton, and Steve Letarte. It's time to crown the 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion next on USA.
There are those of us who burn our calluses, who choose raw materials over ready-made. It takes a special kind of person to build their world from scratch. And a special set of tools. Northern Tools are problem solvers' paradise. There's nothing we can't find, fix, or figure out together. We're made for this. Start solving your projects today at northerntool.com.
How is everybody doing? We got a lot of people in here right now.
Tomorrow, the Premier League is on USA. It's a London derby.
The very famous who pours their bloods of oil.
Chelsea, Arsenal. This is the Premier League. Tomorrow on USA. The high-stakes issues driving voters and the balance of power up for grabs. Join NBC News now for complete election night coverage, key races to follow, what to watch for, and live results as the votes come in. Tuesday, November 8th at 6, streaming on NBC News now.
The world today needs compassion, wisdom, and integrity more than ever. And at St. Bonaventure, they've always been at the core of who we are and what we teach. With an education rooted in Franciscan values, we nurture both heart and mind. Welcome you into a community that celebrates individuality, prepare you for what's next, and help you form lifelong connections without a lifetime of debt. Come see for yourself what it means to be a Bonnie and how in today's world, a different kind of experience can make all the difference.
My dad was a lineman for the phone company. My mom was a clerical worker. They taught me the value of hard work and stretching every dollar. I'm state controller Tom DeNapoli. My audits have exposed billions of waste and fraud, tax dollars that should be going to our kids' classrooms and to critical health services like Medicaid and women's reproductive care. And I'm protecting the pensions earned by our public retirees. The controller's job may not be flashy, but with your support, I'll keep showing up every day to work for you.
Of course you're going to make the champion stream. Hell yeah, RJ. I'm happy to have you in here. Young ambassador on my mama knees says there's only one thing to set your soul free. Wasn't no easy street where I come from. There wasn't no sleep until the work was done. To the bottom of the well, and the motor running to the victory bell. One for the money, to another show. 3-star trench is now in rock and roll. We're perfectly synced. Oh, that's good.
It is the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship from Phoenix Raceway. Hello, everyone. Alongside our crew chief, Steve Letarte, and the mayor, Jeff Burton. Rick Allen with you, Jeff. The last race of the year. This race for the Championship 4 can be life-changing for them.
No question about it, Rick. They've all worked so hard to get to this point with a chance to win the championship. And think about this. We got 4 different drivers at 4 different stages in their career going for their very first NASCAR Premier Championship. So today is going to be pressure-packed. And you know what? That's when we as fans absolutely love it.
Well, you just don't know what's going to be on the line. That's what is ahead of these drivers, these teams, these crew chiefs. Is it going to be a great restart? Is it going to be a great pit call? Is it going to be a great pit stop? Like we've seen here so many times, Rick. That's the real pressure, right? Because you're not even sure what this final exam will bring you for questions. What have you prepared for? Have you covered all the right topics?
From 36 years old down to 20 is the variance of ages of these drivers running for a championship. The veteran and Justin Allgaier all the way down to the kid and Ty Gibbs. Who is going to outdo...
Sam, they found out how to stream NASCAR races.
Of the Xfinity Series.
Who did? So you have to hide... All you have to do is hide the ticker leaderboard and... Oh, yeah. Just cover up the NBC logo, I think.
Words in motorsports. Please welcome loyal Xfinity customer and Xfinity reward member, Eric Burkhart.
Thank you, Xfinity! Race fans, are you ready? Driver, start your
Well done, Grand Marshal Eric Burkhart, a loyal Xfinity customer and Xfinity Rewards member. Xfinity Rewards members can access rewards like this and so much more just for being a customer. It's free and easy to join. Xfinity customers, scan the QR code.
What a great command, I agree.
Rewards today.
The Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic responds to snoring automatically.
So no hiding under your pillow or opting for the couch, because it's our first system that detects snoring and automatically adjusts to help reduce it. Your best sleep all night, every night.
If you're loud, be louder. If you stand out, stand strong. And if you got the devil on your shoulder, take him for a ride.
A promise is a trust not to be broken. Whether spoken with an oath
Do solemnly swear.
It's your first day. You know I got your back, right?
or sealed with a pinky. In 1922, a group of soldiers launched USAA with a promise to take care of their own. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community. That's our mission. Always.
That must be one of the best, if not the best Xfinity year ever. Yeah, this has been a pretty fun season for Xfinity.
I've always wanted it.
There was a few years back where like Xfinity just was really pretty lame, but Xfinity has been really good this year.
All lunch and dinner menu items for twice the goodness, twice the flavor, and twice the choice. Sirloin Salisbury steak and all natural salmon. Perfect for lunch or dinner. Only at IHOP. Download the app and earn free food with every purchase.
Think about the best night's sleep you've ever had. At Tempur-Pedic, we're dedicated to helping you sleep like that, with solutions that help relieve pressure, aches, and pains, keep you cool, even automatically respond to snoring for deep, undisturbed rest.
NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Credit One Bank, the credit card company. Applebee's, where $1 gets you 5 boneless wings with any handcrafted burger. And by Xfinity. Do more of what you love with faster internet. Xfinity, proud premier partner of NASCAR.
Oh.
Winning the race, winning the championship, solidified my place in the sport and my path to the top level.
Having experienced it myself, I think winning an Xfinity championship is a milestone for your career.
It meant a lot because I showed to a lot of people that it was possible.
Winning the championship was extremely crucial for the opportunities that I had in the years following. The work that I was putting into it was validated, and it just made me want to work even harder than I thought was possible.
All right, so they're loading up the leaderboard.
Nothing more special than to stand on that stage and hoist that trophy.
You know, I really can't put into words how it feels. It's going to be fun. I know that if we win this thing, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It would mean a lot to me, and it would mean a lot to our organization.
Today, boys. Heck yeah! Woo!
I know what we're capable of here. I know that we're capable of going to victory lane. So we just got to go out there and lay it on the line.
Hell yeah, man. Let's go to Phoenix.
I want to drive the best race I ever have in my life. It's hard to take that win. I think we got momentum on our side. We're not here by accident.
I love racing so much that at the end of the day, I'm not motivated to work. I'm not motivated to get wins. It's already in me because I love it.
I just want to do it for everybody that helped me get here. But we know if we can execute, then we can be standing there on that stage with the trophy above our head.
All I can do is go out there and do the best I can and put ourselves in this position and have a shot. Very few people get to celebrate a NASCAR championship. Those that have will never forget it.
There are 38 cars and drivers on the racetrack, but only 4 with a shot at the championship. Let's take a look at the starting grid for today's championship race, brought to you by Xfinity. And the first gauntlet was thrown down by Ty Gibbs, winning the pole earlier today. He and Sammy Smith will make up row 1.
You see just farther right behind him, Noah Gregson in row 2. Josh Berry, the third of the championship for qualifying, will be back in row 5. Just a row behind him, his teammate at Junior Motorsports, Justin Allgaier, will start inside row 6.
Saw Allgaier back there, or Allmendinger back there, as well as Parson a little bit further back through this field. Cyrus LeVay, Ryan Snyder, Roger Caruth, and Joe Grant Jr. making up the final row. All right, for more stories on our championship.
I'll be back.
We start with Dave Burns.
Rick, Noah Gregson is 24 years old, and he is in his fourth and final season in the Xfinity Series. Will this be the championship year? Well, Noah believes it can be based on the season they've had. He loves the numbers, including 8 wins, which he says is awesome. Now, he told us in Countdown to Green something else about himself, which I think is key here today. He was very loose. He said, last year, I had tunnel vision. I didn't enjoy it. I have enjoyed myself as much as I can this week, and I believe that a loose Noah Gregson will be a fast Noah Gregson today, Marty.
Dave, no question, the story of the week. At the end of the race at Martinsville, Ty Gibbs wrecked his teammate Brandon Jones intentionally to win that race. So, will anyone pay him back this afternoon? Noah Gregson raised his hand all week long, and even in our pre-race said, I would be willing to do that. But with his teammate Brandon Jones, I asked him that yesterday, and he said, as far as I'm concerned, he is not my teammate today. He didn't treat me that way last week. I'm not going to treat him that way today. My greatest hope is that I can beat Ty Gibbs on the racetrack, and if that costs him a championship, well, then so be it. Dylan?
Marty, not that long ago, Josh Berry was a part-time college student, part-time race car driver, working as a bank teller, trying to fund his racing dreams. Now he's wrapping up his first full season in the NASCAR Xfinity Series with a shot at the championship. They've quietly gone about their business all year. They picked up a couple wins and had a really strong year, but despite that, crew chief Mike Bumgardner has acknowledged they still feel like they're a little bit of an underdog coming into this championship 4 battle today. But he said it best, all we asked for, Parker, is a chance.
Well, doing for his teammate Justin Allgaier, 36 years old. He is the oldest of the Championship 4, but with age comes experience. His 12th full-time season in the Xfinity Series and his 5th appearance here in the Championship 4. And he said to me, this time around, I'm the most at peace and relaxed and having the most fun of any time I've been in this position. Why? Because he said at the white flag last week at Martinsville, we were out. We got a gift to be here racing for a championship. He said we are playing with house money. We've got nothing to lose, and I think that makes the 7 car incredibly dangerous. And this could finally be the year that Justin Allgaier gets that elusive NASCAR championship.
Thanks, Parker. Getting ready for the green flag to fly on this race. And Steve, it's a relatively short one, so that means that every time they're on pit road, very important, no mistakes.
Yeah, it's only a 200-lap race, right? So the first and the second stage, 45 laps, they're going to go by in a blink. Now that final stage at 110 laps, that's outside of a fuel window. They can run around 80 laps, so we know it's going to require a pit stop, whether that's under green or if they get a few yellows, that's going to make the biggest difference. So overall, there's a lot of challenge. I think really the pit road speed you see at 45 miles per hour, that is going to be a key to this. This is a very long pit road. It starts over there off the exit of turn 2, comes all the way down through 3 and 4, has some curve to it, of speeding penalties. You know, taking yourself out of contention at the back of the field at any point during 200 laps, that could be the difference between a championship or not.
Jeff, we've talked a lot to these championship 4 drivers, and we've just seen kind of the presence that they have given. Which one stands out as far as ready to win this championship?
Well, you know, to me, I really love Josh Berry when we spent some time with him. He so much appreciates this opportunity. This guy was racing late models, trying to work his way up, and wasn't even thinking about being able to go to this level. He was just focused on late models. He is a little bit older than those guys. This is his first full-time year, but I really like where he is. I like his mentality. I like his approach. And I think this race, with no stage points, it just comes to who can finish the best of the 4. I think that plays to his favor. He's a really good race car driver, patient, calm, is able to take the whole race in.
Let's listen into his radio, a little pep talk.
All right, man, we appreciate you getting our organization and our team where it needs to be this year. No matter what happens, we care about you. We're in this together, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you, Richie.
All right, Steve, what do you think? Josh Berry, is he the guy today, or will it be Noah
This
Gregson?
is weird. It is warmer here in Syracuse, New York than it is in Phoenix, Arizona.
He'd have already won it. He won that about middle of the week where he kind of announced he was the favorite or that he was going to turn that 54 if necessary. But I think the fastest car in the field is that 54.
All right, green flag is in the air for the final race of the NASCAR Xfinity Series season. We're racing from Phoenix.
Immediately they dive onto the apron. 4, 5, 6 wide. And falling back behind of Noah Gregson. Can he keep the momentum up on the outside?
Oh, made an aggressive move, trying that outside lane. Underneath him is that 19 of Brandon Jones. You know those guys had a problem last week and said, no, I'm sorry, Brandon Jones, he wants to get in front of that pack. Get back to Ty Gibbs. I know it's early in the race, but he sees Ty up front. He wants to go win this race.
He knows what he's shooting for. He wants to get up in front of the 54. That's the 19 of Brandon Jones. They stay too wide behind him. And again, this first stage, 45 laps. It doesn't matter points anymore for the championship 4. Doesn't matter for stage points. All that they're worried about is finishing in front of the other 3 championship 4 contenders.
Onboard with Justin Allgaier, this Goodyear onboard camera. I think this is the biggest challenge. There's an advantage for Junior Motorsports to have 3 cars in the field, but this is the challenge. Allgaier is going to race the 8 very difficultly as you see the 8 kind of move around the back. But he has to be patient. You know, he can kind of move or be aggressive with everyone else in the field, but his own teammates, I think he has to use a little caution early.
Look how loose that 8 car is. Josh Berry really chasing that car into the corner. Allgaier taking advantage of it. Josh is just way too loose right now.
Big shortcut there by taking the apron, and he's able to clear the 8. So Allgaier up a position, but he has to check up.
Oh, wow.
Just in front of him.
What a save.
A very difficult situation for Allgaier.
Great save by, was that Hemrick? Yeah.
Daniel Hemrick.
I'm not sure if there was a contact between the 7 and the 11 as they entered turn 1. It was hard to tell on the onboard with the 8, but looking kind of through the 7, it was very close to the 11. Then the 11 got sideways. That's what jacked the 7 up. Let's take a look at it, Jeff.
Yeah, you can see it. 11 car actually gets into the back of the 2, and then the 7 can't slow down enough and gets into the back of Hemrick. So just a little bit of a stack up right there.
Hemrick was sideways to save it.
That's what you talked about, Steve. These guys that didn't qualify in the front navigate their way through all of that mess. It's a long way to go in this race. You just don't want to have a problem early.
As we watch these 2 Junior Motorsports cars, the third of them that's in the championship hunt, the 9 of Noah Gregson, past the 48 for third, so slowly working his way back up. He's already to the back bumper of the 18 of Sammy Smith. Look at the 9 car in corner entry. Good pace, good stability. I know you love to see that left front tire get to the yellow line, Jeff. That's what we've been talking about all weekend. That's the groove you want to see for the flamboyant Noah Gregson. It's patience. That's what I like to see. He's one thing out of a race car, but behind the wheel, look at this right here. Just patiently, methodically working his way up with this 18.
Yeah, this Fast Pro Shops camera giving us a great view. Watch what Noah does. He's going to turn sooner than that 18 car. Try to get to the bottom. See Smith loose on corner entry.
I have a drinking game going. The number of times the commentators say the word championship, I'll let you guys know how it goes and if I can make it through the first stage.
The one race for a championship.
Oh, there we go.
Because of the fact he won 8 races this year. He's been the dominant driver as he just works his way to the inside and is going to complete this pass on Sammy Smith. But Noah Gregson said, you know what? One race for a championship, I look at our season. I think our season has been better than anybody else.
Well, I just got to spend some time with him at the pre-race show down there, and he had a speaker with him, had some music playing. He was free, he was loose. But the other thing you could almost hear in his voice was a little bit of emotion. And I don't think he talks about it a lot, but I think these days at Junior Motorsports mean a lot to him. When we sat down with him this week, he said it just flew by. Like, it feels like I just showed up at Junior Motorsports. I will always be indebted to this organization for what they have given me for an opportunity. But for a guy that's normally the guy you want to go out with, you can see that emotion. This means a lot that he's leaving at the end of the year.
Steve, I absolutely concur with that emotion he has for his team. I add to that the emotion that he had, or actually maybe the calm, cool, and calculated words that he had regarding Ty Gibbs. Ty is the car in front of him now leading the race. He's 2.5 seconds back. Remember what he said this week, how hard he would race Ty Gibbs if he wanted to. He called him out for being an inexcusable move to win that race last week. He said the championship had 3.5 men going for it. I don't believe he was impugning himself or his 2 Junior Motorsports teammates. And he said, I flat out don't like him. So if Noah Gregson can get to the 54, I don't think he's going to have any trouble trying to get around him any way he can.
And Noah's pretty vocal during the media event on Thursday about his dislike for Ty Gibbs. He didn't hide it. He just seemed like he relished the moment.
played it up and actually was stirring the pot at every opportunity he could. Maybe playing a little more mind games than we had even seen from Noah Gragson throughout the season. Marty.
Hey, Rick, on the topic of Ty Gibbs, last week at Martinsville, I asked him earlier this week in our conversation, I said, what was your toughest conversation throughout the week? He said, honestly, bringing the entire Xfinity shop together. I mean, all the teams, every employee, and he said it was my idea. He got emotional, even cried, I'm told, in that meeting, and wanted to say, I'm sorry for tearing our family apart. He said, listen, it took my grandpa, my uncle JD, and my dad so long to build this team, to build this family culture, and I destroyed it in one selfish move. I can't take that back, but I have to learn to not be selfish with moves like that. So, Jeff, I'd love to get your opinion on this. He seemed very contrite. He seemed like he was truly sincere in his apology. Do you agree that's how Ty Gibbs kind of presented himself to us on Thursday?
I feel like one-on-one, Ty Gibbs did a really good job of presenting himself to us. Was very honest, very straightforward, looked us in the eye, gave us his opinion, admitted his mistakes. And I left that meeting with him, Marty, feeling like, yes, he had learned a lesson. This was going to help him become a better race car driver. And he's going to have to prove it to all the drivers and his teammates in the future. But one-on-one, I felt like he was sincere.
Yeah, said he was very selfish. He was thinking solely of a grandfather clock. He knew that at the end of that race, if you win, you get a grandfather clock. He wasn't thinking of anything else and felt terrible about it. And now he doesn't feel too bad about being out front, 3.4 seconds in front of Noah Gragson. You're watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship on USA.
Thanks for helping me out.
Of course. You can easily get helpful customer service over the phone or on the Progressive app, pretty much anywhere. Even at the library or the coffee shop. Get great customer support at the park. Or at this coffee shop.
Why would we go to a different coffee shop?
I'll order for J Money.
Thank you.
So is one of these places going to be my car again? Or?
Right. Even at your car. Come on, I saw you eyeing these scones earlier. Huh? Huh? You get it.
A breakfast croissant plus seasoned potatoes for $3? And they're red shirting you?
It's just a standard work shirt.
Hey, better stay humble, man.
Thank you, Mitch.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
All you got was ham? And all you got was turkey.
With gravy.
That's an all-you-can-eat holiday buffet. A smorgasbord of all you want, all you need. Did I sit at the wrong table?
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis persists, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When UC got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand, Rinvoq helped visibly repair the colon lining.
Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occur. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Fans are revved up for the NASCAR docu-series Race for the Championship.
You guys are the best.
The most important part of the season is coming up.
Welcome to playoffs.
USA's Race for the Championship. Catch all the action of the season. Now streaming on Peacock.
The championship four all inside the top 8 right now. The furthest back is Josh Berry, and up front it is Ty Gibbs. Gragson still 3.5 seconds back from Gibbs, running in that second spot. Parker.
And Rick, one of the fastest of the championship 4 right now, started back in 11th and is all the way up to 5th, and that is the 7 of Justin Allgaier. He told us this morning this is the best car he's ever had at Phoenix. You know, historically, around this racetrack, he's known to maybe even shift a little bit down in 3-4, but I asked about that, he said, no, this car is so good, I don't even need to do that. I don't have to think about it. He is showing the speed right now, trying to pass Nick Sanchez in that 48 car as he moves to the field. Just a little tight down in 3 and 4, but right now the 7 showing the speed and confidence that he had all weekend. weekend. They got a lot of speed in that thing, though. And Parker for his teammate Josh Berry in the 8, it's sort of the opposite. They are really, really loose. We saw that from the Allgaier onboard just a few laps ago. He is loose everywhere, entry, middle, and exit. Now, don't be too alarmed because they always know that they get a little bit better as this race goes on, and that was something that crew chief Mike Bumgarner made note of. He said everything that we do in this race, especially early on, is just to set us up for the end of stage 2. Track position, adjustments on the car. We want to be at our best at that point in the race, and keeping up with the track too as it continues to get cooler here. Don't expect this 8 car to be struggling for long. They'll get this thing tuned in and he'll be coming through the field in a hurry.
Halfway through stage 1, and Noah Gregson's car is coming to him as he starts to reel in the 54 of Ty Gibbs.
54 has caught traffic. And to your point, I think the 9's gotten a little bit better as the tires aged. There's the 9 right here. He just looks pretty nimble. He's able to, as you see right there, turn underneath these lap cars. Also, I think the 54 gets fought a little bit harder as the leader.
33 cars still on the lead lap. J.J. Yaley right now the last car on the lead lap.
Great shot right here. Let's take a lap around. It's very interesting, very unique racetrack. Watch what the start-finish line is on this racetrack. Right on the exit of turn 4. Then the front straightaway is a dog leg. Very tight dog leg. Sometimes you can skip it, run down through the apron. And then 1 and 2 is very much like New Hampshire, Steve. It's a very long corner. Takes forever. Just forever going around that corner. Waiting for, seems like a long time to get it back in the throttle. Then downhill into turn 3. Extremely heavy braking zone. Noah just wrapping that yellow line, keeping it on the bottom, and accelerate, coming to the start-finish line. Very unique racetrack. Dave.
And it's good to see him moving forward now, at least for his team, because as he waves to a car that he just passed, he knows what he wants in this car these days. I asked him if he did a lot of prep work before he comes to the races, and he goes, not as much as I used to. I really know the feel that I'm looking for, so when I come to the racetrack, it's subtle things. And so, crew chief Luke Lambert told me overnight they made a change in the direction that they were going at the end of practice, just chattering right rear a little bit loose, and they believed it would be the right way for today. And as he moves in on Ty Gibbs, it appears it's working.
This combination of Noah and Luke has really been impressive. It's hard to believe it's their first year together. Nothing other than the day he was hired says that, right? Their friendship, their success on the racetrack. We know they're moving up together at Petty GMS, who now has joined
Dave Ellens.
Well, he has Jimmy Johnson now as part of that ownership group. Dave Ellens, who was Noah's crew chief before, is already there. It's going to be a lot of familiar faces. It's going to be interesting to see how they do on Sundays. But I asked Luke about that move, and he said, to be honest, I haven't had time to think about it. Every ounce of focus is for this weekend.
Josh Berry trying to get by Brandon Jones. Berry the furthest back. This is for 7th if he can take it away, and he does.
He's our buddy right there. I'm going to tell you, I've known him a long, long time. And there wasn't one time strapping in a race car that he was going to drive that I saw him anywhere near as nervous as he was this morning. And he told us why. He said, I'm thankful I have 3 cars here. But, if we are not able to pull this off, what do I say, right? And he knew how tough the 54 is going to be in competition. So I thought it was a very honest reflection of the day ahead, but more nerves than I ever saw as Dale Jr.'s driver.
Co-owner, obviously, with sister Kelly Miller.
Right along with Josh Berry, Xfinity Mobile cam here. Josh has been working hard trying to get by Brandon Jones. Josh's car has gotten better compared to the competition as this run has gone on, and that's what we see with Josh Berry a lot. We're going to have to find some takeoff speed with this car, get it tightened up. Back of the car, just see right there, he just does not trust the back of the car. See how much wheel movement he's got. What he wants to do right here is be able to turn underneath Brandon Jones. Brandon up the racetrack, it's an opportunity. Brandon's been running that line, and right here, Josh has to turn the wheel really sharp to keep hit Brandon, and that makes him looser. So that's why this pass has been hard for Josh to make.
So I think your assessment of Josh Berry's weakness is absolutely right. His fire-off speed, his aggression off the truck or right away, as we see a car up against the wall right there. No green or no yellow yet, which is shocking.
Oh, caution.
Let's come out as the 08 of Brandon Brown.
Brandon Brown is around.
Bridge, Virginia has come to a stop just inside the wall, and it looks like the right front tire down, a little bit of damage Switch to the right front.
Get in a pit road.
And the whole right side. So he's definitely made contact with the wall.
Right front, looks like it's pointed in the wrong direction a little bit there. See, clearly some damage.
You know, always when they paint the walls of these tracks different colors, you know, it always seems to show up a little better. Right here, the bright blue walls of Phoenix, unfortunately, for Brandon Brand, you see streaked all the way down the car. This one's going to be hard to continue.
Pretty hard. I tried getting in the brake as soon as, because if I was turning it, it blew. It darted straight at the wall. I cut it left, just stayed in the brake, but didn't slow down at all.
He said it blew, I assume it. He's talking about a tire. That's good feedback from the driver. Unfortunately, it doesn't help the situation, but helps us understand what he's battling.
Looks like a right front tire. And only 31 laps. I'm sorry, 31 laps so far on the green. You wouldn't think tire wear or anything like that, so it must have run over something.
Try to take a look at what happened here. Oh yeah, you see in middle of the corner going straight.
Oh man, that was a hard hit into the wall. Jesus.
That's an area of the corner where, you know, thankfully it wasn't on corner entry. I mean, I know there's still a hard hit. Corner entry though is max speed of the corner, so a little bit farther around. I'm with you, Jeff, but only 31 laps. Just unfortunately maybe run something over or had an issue with the car that caused the right front to go down. And this is the anxiety of all these crew chiefs. If you're the crew chief of the 54, it doesn't matter how fast your car is, or how good your driver is, or how good your pit stops are. If you run something over on the racetrack, your fate can be determined by this unfortunate turn of events. You can't let that stuff bother you or change you. That's racing. That's what this is all about.
Does somebody get off cycle here, Steve? With just now 12 to go until the end of the stage?
Not the championship 4, I don't believe I would. I think there's an opportunity. You could pit here and then stay out at the end of the stage. We might see somebody try that. With 4 sets of tires in the pit, though, I really think this first 45 laps is almost just like an extended practice. Figure out what your car is doing, make the right adjustments, and really focus on that final stage.
Just a couple cars have turned onto pit road, so we'll slip away quickly for a break. Be right back for the restart here at Phoenix.
There are those of us who burn our calluses. We choose raw materials over ready-made. It takes a special kind of person to build our world from scratch. And a special set of tools. Northern Tools are problem solvers' paradise. There's nothing we can't find, fix, or figure out together. We're made for this. Start solving your projects today at northerntool.com.
Drink them if you got them.
USA presents the perfect cocktail for a damn good time.
So I'm ready.
Mix 2 parts celebrities, 1 part outrageous games, and a slice of fun.
Let's play Drunken Axel.
Gwen, you're married to a drunken axle.
A celebrity competition where hangovers are temporary, but victory lasts forever.
Take your spanking. Come here.
Barmageddon. The games begin December 5th on USA.
Rebecca Shearoff is unfit to serve in the state senate. As a school board member, Shearoff skipped important votes to protect our kids. Meanwhile, she was the special guest speaker for a radical group spreading dangerous COVID misinformation. And Shearoff's endorsed by the Conservative Party that would strip away women's reproductive rights. Irresponsible, extreme, divisive. Rebecca Shearoff is wrong for the state senate and wrong for central New York.
It takes a lot of power to run the Syracuse Mets, and that's why we rely on the men and women of IBEW Local 43 electricians.
Thanks, Jason. It's the fun and excitement of going out to a game that helps bring families together.
IBW Local 43 union electricians and Nika contractors are proud to support the Syracuse Mets.
So come on out and see the most amazing show on dirt with your Syracuse Mets. Let's go, Mets!
NASCAR Drive lets you follow your favorite drivers with access to their in-car cameras, current position tracker, as well as pit stop data. Visit NASCAR.com/drive, or you can download the NASCAR mobile app to watch all of the action. Beautiful area here in Arizona as we take a look at the championship 4, and it's stocked up now. All 4 inside the top 5. Ty Gibbs Gibbs. All the way back, Josh Berry running in the spot. Parker.
Rick, Justin Allgaier drove from 11th up to 3rd, but take a listen to some issues he may be having on his radio.
So, lost all dash, everything's out. It's not cycling or anything anymore, but I still have the tack, so that's a plus. That's for as long as we still got a tack, that's good.
So let's break this down for a second. He's talking about all the ancillary gauges that give you engine temp, oil temp, and that's the only one I would be worried about, Steve, would be that water temp if you want to start adding tape as we go cooler into the night here. But he did also add, I don't care what any of those gauges say, I'm not pulling in at any point in this race, of course.
So, but Parker, you know, you're absolutely right. This race is going to come down to the smallest of details. So I agree, it's not going to hurt the 7's performance on the racetrack now because he has a tack, which is how he determines his pit road speed. But as the lights start to come on, as you see him on your camera here, right, and the sun starts to set, a lot of these guys are going to start adding some tape to the grill. And it's going to be very hard for Jason Burnett to make that decision with any sort of confidence, not knowing what the water temperature is. So that could be the smallest of details that takes away an advantage that the 7 might have.
Stage 1 ends in just 8 laps, so it will be a sprint to the finish of stage 1.
All right.
He's now beside the
Green flag back in the air with 8 laps to go in stage 1.
Completely gone as we get ready for the restart. Side by side for second. Allgaier trying to work that inside line. Gregson clears him. Now it's 1, 2, 3 for championship 4 contenders.
And Josh Berry in 5th, so they're all working their way toward the front.
Josh Berry, the only one that stands between him and the other 3 competitors, is Landon Castle in the 10.
Look at the chaos behind him.
And he restarts. He gets everybody bunched up in an 18 car. He's way down on the bottom. He better to put tires on.
Well, that's exactly right. They're trying to use these brand new tires and get as far forward as they can. Look at this mess. 3 wide. The 16 sliding up. The 23 trying to give him room.
Sammy Smith in the 18.
That 48 car on the outside of 3 wide. He also put tires on.
Sanchez, 48 now. The 2 guys that put the tires on almost trading a little paint.
Well, these guys are important for those playoff drivers because they're going to see how successful these tires were and put that into their data for later in the race. We get that long final stage of what are tires worth, where can you restart. This is all information they're learning.
Gibbs, after a great restart, now has a half a second lead over Noah Gregson. Allgaier a second back, and Castle a second and a half, and Josh Berry just under 2 seconds behind Gibbs.
This is one thing that, you know, right now in this race, Noah Gregson, Allgaier, they're both learning where it is this 54 car is faster than they are on a short run. Clearly that 7 and 9 both have good long run speed, but they might need short run speed. They're close enough now to understand, okay, he's beat me in these areas and relaying that information to their teams so they make the changes needed.
Steve, what do you always say about long runs and short runs?
Yeah, there's a short run in every long run. So even though you have a good long run car, you can't give up the time on the short run. And here's the 8 of Josh Berry finally getting the move to the inside of Landon Castle. I think this is the point where if you're in the 10, you've raced the 8 very, very hard. But once the 8 gets the dominant position, I think that's what we see in these championship races, right? You're going to kind of give them that spot.
And this is what we've seen virtually every year of the championship. The 4 running for the title are running together. 1, 2, 3, 4 right now on the racetrack. Gibbs looking strong early in this championship race. Almost a second advantage now over Noah Gregson running second. And now just 2 laps to go in stage 1.
It's important also, Ty Gibbs has dominated this race, sitting on the pole, led the whole thing. What can he do to make his car better? They can't get complacent also. They've got to be working hard. How can it be better? What little things can we do? Because everybody else is going to get better, and you're going to have to do the same.
Yes, Chris Gale on the pit box. They will make sure they give Ty Gibbs whatever he needs. Final lap now of stage 1. The gap still at
All right, so final lap of stage one.
Gregson, Allgaier, Barry.
Ty Gibbs has been dominant so far. Looks like every lap today. And it just looks like he's going to win stage one.
They've separated themselves.
Yep, Ty Gibbs is going to win stage number one.
Ty Gibbs
Bitches.
dominating the stage. He wins stage one. His 9th stage win already this year. Gibbs, Gregson, Allgaier, and Barry. That's the way they end up in stage one. Still 2 stages remaining here from Phoenix to determine a champion.
Our internet isn't ideal.
My dad made the brilliant move to get us T-Mobile home internet.
Oh.
We have to share our signal with the entire neighborhood.
Yeah, now we do some weird things to get our speeds.
Well, I'm up.
Come on, kids.
This sucks.
Well, if you just switch, maybe you don't have to be there.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. Yikes. Oh, sorry. I wasn't thinking.
We don't really use the V word. Kind of insensitive.
We prefer pro-lunar.
Yes. Much better.
Imagine having the elite performance of Goodyear, now on your Skechers. Enhance your traction, durability, and stability with Skechers, featuring the top-tier performance of premium Goodyear rubber. Get all-season performance with Goodyear and Skechers.
A breakfast croissant plus seasoned potatoes for $3, and they're redshirting you?
It's just a standard work shirt.
Hey, way to stay humble, man.
Thank you, Rich.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
There are those of us who earn our calluses. We choose raw materials over ready-made. It takes a special kind of person to build their world from scratch. And a special set of tools. Northern Tools are problem solvers' paradise. There's nothing we can't find, fix, or figure out together. We're made for this. Start solving your projects today at northerntool.com.
Bravo's newest Below Deck is heading into uncharted waters with 5-star service.
Best chef I've ever had.
And 5-star adventure.
You only live once, right?
Don't miss an all-new Below Deck adventure every Tuesday night at 9 on Bravo and streaming on Peacock.
After a global spectacular, who stands tall? Who judges all?
Bad blood has boiled over.
And who can check payback off their list? Raw, live Monday at 8 only on USA.
NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Xfinity. Do more of what you love with faster internet. Xfinity, proud premier partner of NASCAR. Credit One Bank, a credit card company, and by Toyota. Let's go places.
So the concern now for the Championship 4 are the handful of cars that pitted at lap 34. We had the 48 of Sanchez, the 18 of Smith. We saw Allmendinger, Hemrick, Herbst come in and use those fresh tires to kind of drive back up in the field, the highest being 7th. But I'm assuming that the reason they pitted at that point is because now they're going to stay out on the racetrack. Now we'll see if that comes true. But if that does, regardless of how good the pit stops are for the Championship 4, they'll now be in traffic. Now you still want to be the first of the 4. But we talk about control of the race along. And control is what Ty Gibbs currently has. He sat on the pole. He dominated the restart. I'm not saying he can't be beat. But to lose this race, he must be beat, right? He has to lose the position as long as you have control of the race. But now they're going to go back in traffic as you see a couple cars stay out. It's going to become very, very interesting. Dylan.
Josh Berry said he found something in turns 1 and 2 on that little short run, but he's still too loose. They'll take 4 Goodyear tires, take a round out of the right rear, add some tape, and make an air pressure adjustment on the 8 car, Parker. And Dylan, for just I'll go to the top right of your screen. He said, I made a brake adjustment, and that hurt me on the restart, so I know not to do that for the future. He just needs that car to have a little more entry stability down into turn 3 and 4. He said, if we can get 3 and 4 better, we're going to be really good. 4 Goodyear tires for him, Dave.
Noah Gregson told his team, I need right rear grip on throttle, but don't numb up the front. I'm waiting on it right now. Track bar adjustment, a little piece of tape on the front as well. 4 Goodyear tires and fuel, Marty.
Ty Gibbs has led every lap to this point, Dave. And to Jeff's point a moment ago, Chris Gill told on the radio, we have to stay ahead of the racetrack with changes and not get complacent.
I will be right back.
A little bit too free off turn 4. They tightened them up a bit and won the race off pit road of those who pitted, Rick.
You do not even see the 8 here on the screen. He had that bad of a pit stop.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
Is it Patrick? Or is it magic? Well, some use a different kind of power. Titans, Chiefs, Sunday night on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
I have no choice but to lock the entire school down.
He's going to kill each and every one of you.
Join with Quickfill this November for Operation Give Thanks to support military families in Quickfill country. Thank those who serve, and let's drive America together with Quickfill and Operation Give Thanks.
So Victoria Affett had been arrested 10 times. 5 of those were either assaults or assault with a weapon.
That woman was a time bomb, a ticking time bomb.
She was released on a no bail recognizance.
If Kathy Hoke were right here, I would tell her the story of what happened to my aunt and how brutal it was. Kathy Hochul let my family down.
We need a governor who's going to do the right thing. We need Lee Zeldin.
Join with Quickfill this November for Operation Give Thanks to support military families in Quickfill country. Thank those who serve, and let's drive America together with Quickfill and Operation Give Thanks.
To win a championship, you have to limit the number of mistakes. And already we've seen mistakes out of the junior motorsports cars on this first pit stop. Let's go down to the Peacock pit box with Brad, KP, and DJ. Guys, who's the leader right now in this championship hunt?
Yeah, and we've seen Ty Gibbs. He's taking control of this, but we saw, just as he said, mistakes on all 3 of the junior motorsports. What's up with that, man?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's almost like it was choreographed. As all 3 of these cars only got 1 pump on the jack, and it's not enough. So maybe it was something that was game plan. It was poor execution of all 3.
Yeah, we talk about what a team sport this is, and when you're trying to win a championship, everybody has to do their job. And this whole group didn't make things happen, and the smoke you see coming out of the junior motorsports cars on the racetrack is coming out of the driver's ears. They are not happy right now, guys.
No, not happy at all. We see the 9 car right here. One more pump to get it up for the left rear. Had a slow right rear. Steve, great call, man. Great. Thank you for pointing all that out to us, man. Well, one of the struggles here at Phoenix is you have to set so that there's like chains in the back to pick the tire up when you jack it up. And because of that crazy front stretch and the flat corners, the car rolls, and you don't want that chain to try to pick the tire off the ground on the racetrack. I can assure you, you will be awful. So basically, it seems to me all 3 cars had the same setting, but that setting didn't get communicated to the pit crew because the jackman thought he was going to be fine. All 3 cars with the same issue. So I think this is something they can resolve, but the damage on this stop's been done. Rutledge.
Rick, you know, I'm always trying to find the best seat in the house, and I found it for this championship battle. It's right here. This is Dinner in the Sky, and these folks are about to go 150 feet up in the air on this Stafford crane. This team actually helped rebuild the speedway. They brought their friends down from Dinner in the Sky, Canada, to make this all possible. I'm going to get up there tomorrow, but guys, I wonder if you got up there, could you see Dale Jr.'s stress level right now?
Right, I'm going to tell you it's a good thing you told me you're going up there tomorrow because I was getting ready to call you out for doing that report. Come safely outside the fence.
We hadn't done it yet. I've got the talking part done. Now we got to see him in the air. You know, back to those pit stops, Steve. I don't understand.
All right.
Teams, you know, they always get that jack underneath that car before qualifying and make sure that thing comes up off the ground. Clearly, that did happen. Jackman was surprised.
First 4 cars stayed
Green
on
flag.
the track under this most recent caution. That is Sanchez, Smith, Herbst, and Nascar. And right now, 3 wide, 4 wide behind him, and here comes the 54 of Ty Gibbs, all the way down on the apron, trying to make those fresher tires work for him as he comes out of turn 2.
All the way to second place, and now putting a lot of pressure on Sammy Smith, and all the other playoff guys are behind that, trying to work themselves through. Track position is king. You cannot lose it.
Barry, the worst of the Junior Motorsports cars coming off of pit road, now fighting to try to grab every spot he can early after this restart.
Again, got by Sammy Smith for the lead. Now look at all the cars in between Ty Gibbs and the next guy racing for a championship, all the way to the 7 car, and he's back in 8th place. Pit stops and restarts, they are so important. Ty Gibbs and his team executed those, and the other teams didn't.
Now Ty Gibbs is going to try to check out again after leading 50 laps. He'll start adding to that number.
Wow. Such tight racing right here.
Riley Herbst to the 98. You saw maybe a little contact there between the 98 and 7 of Allgaier. Noah Gregson down to the yellow line through 3 and 4 as he looks to the inside now of teammate Justin Allgaier.
Noah got a great run off turn 2. Got underneath Justin. Justin's going to try to squeeze him. He's trying to get that right rear quarter panel, pull the air off, but Noah's not having it.
Also on the move, the 8 of Josh Berry after losing the spots on pit road. He's trying to gain them back now on the racetrack.
But a 54 has the lead, but it can happen because of an aggressive restart. The rule is you cannot change lanes before the start-finish line. We've seen multiple penalties here before. So let's take a look at this replay. Let's start frozen. This right here is Ty Gibbs. Here's the start-finish line.
One behind.
Cannot change lanes before that. I'm sorry. Yeah, my circle's a little small. 2 monster cars, right? There, if you freeze it, he's not below the yellow line, but he's definitely turning below the 98. I think I'm going to give that tie goes to the driver. I don't want to see it be officiated quite that close, but if I'm Chris Gale, I'm letting him know, hey man, start-finish line, you got to get past it. We've seen penalties in the biggest race of the year called for that specific thing before. All these drivers need to be on notice. You cannot change lanes. Turn left is inviting it as it is. You cannot change lanes before the start-finish line.
And they're challenged more by that rule at this racetrack than anywhere else because the advantage is shortcutting that dog leg. It tempts you to turn left as soon as you can. You have to make sure you abide by the rules.
2 monster cars doesn't count. There was 0 chance I was going to get the right one.
Nose to tail.
They can be different manufacturers, even different numbers. Maybe I'll talk to him about inverting the schemes next time, like a green car with the black. Yeah, black.
So Gibbs is up front. He's got a 1.4 second lead now over.
Oh, trouble.
Smith and the cautions come out.
J.J. Yaley.
6 goes around. So J.J. Yaley bringing out caution number 3. So you better hope that Chris Gale has that discussion quickly because another restart's about to happen.
Well, that's why I pointed it out. Now, I want to just be clear. I don't think Ty did anything wrong with it. I think that's as close as you can get that. So he has to really pay attention. Take a look, Jeff. What happened here?
Yeah, but I don't think there was contact. To be honest, I got to it late. There was a car behind him. I couldn't pick him out. See the 66 spinning.
Yeah, once again, he's kind of backwards into the sight when it comes to the view. Well, you know, the interesting thing is
Chris Wright, I believe, in the 68.
So what I will say is, we talk a lot about being the final race of the year because the championship 4. All right, let's take a look at it here from Freeze. He's already really spinning right there. What I was going to mention about the last race is you had a year of frustration building up. So if you had somebody on your list, man, you don't want to sit on that all winter long. You want to kind of get it out of the way. But back to that restart in Ty Gibbs. I don't think he did anything wrong there, but that's as close as you can get it. And you know, NASCAR, of course, doesn't want to be involved in this race. They don't want to make a judgment call. No one likes to watch sports that's you know, decided by the referees. But guess what? If there was no referees, we'd have no healthy sport. Someone has to set the boundary. The rule is clear. We'll just see if anyone gets a little more aggressive as the race goes on.
And Steve, it's the line that the first car in that line sets too. So you can't get out of that line. It doesn't matter if you know you think that it's the yellow line. It's not the yellow line. It's the line that the first car sets.
Yeah, but you have to the inside car establishes the lane, and that lane has to be established above that yellow line. So the yellow line and the start-finish line both are factors. And again, most racetracks, it's just not an issue. But the start-finish line is in the middle of the corner here. It's, you know, and it just creates a very unique situation. You actually, as the leader of the race, you can break the rule. You cannot establish a line in the right place.
Yeah. Getting ready for the restart here at Phoenix after 3 cautions.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of the journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way. We've been building this country for 119 years, and we're just getting started.
2 new IHOP lunch and dinner menu items for twice the goodness, twice the flavor, and twice the choice. Sirloin Salisbury steak and all-natural salmon. Perfect for lunch or dinner. Only at IHOP. Download the app and earn free food with every purchase.
The tires, I only trust Goodyear. So I wear Skechers with Goodyear rubber for vertical traction, durability, and stability. Goodyear rubber can handle what this piece throws at it. Just imagine how well it'll perform in your feet. Try Skechers with Goodyear.
Nascar on USA is brought to you by Ford. Built Ford proud. And by Northern Tool and Equipment. Start solving your projects today at northerntool.com. We're made for this. Dylan, Josh Berry, and that 8 team, a little bit of a tough stop for them, but have they rebounded on the racetrack?
Well, he did on that restart, was up 5 spots from where he restarted originally, but here is the radio communication after that slow stop.
Hey, back in town, signing in. Turn up. Yeah, I'll turn up the volume a little bit.
That's all Josh said was, I know. So he knows what the deal is. He knows the job he has ahead of him. He did come on the radio here after this previous restart and said, I'm still too free, so they got to get him a little bit better, but watch him on this restart to try and make some moves and gain some more positions.
Talking about being too free, back of the car, still not looked to the racetrack like he wants it to be, and that makes making those passes that much tougher. You get underneath a guy, he pinches you off, you have to turn the wheel more as you're accelerating, and that in and of itself makes the rear tires want to spin more. Marty.
As the drivers have chosen for the restart, no conversation about the last restart for Ty Gibbs, but Chris Gale did mention staying ahead of the racetrack. Listen on the radio.
We just want to stay ahead of, just like we had practice last night. We want to keep it just very manageably to the free side. Don't let me get you too free, but we want to keep it just to that side.
Yep.
Hey, Steve, when your car is this dominant, how easy is it as a team to fall into that trap to say, hey, we're good, we don't need to adjust on the car?
I think you're absolutely right. You got to keep pushing your driver from feedback. The shade's now set on turns 3 and 4. That end's going to cool. That's going to change the balance a little bit. So, you know, that's what experience on top of the pit box can do. Just keep pushing those young drivers to think about what they need to be better. Interesting look off the rear bumper of the 54, should we?
The 19 of Brandon Jones, who got punted a week ago from a win at Martinsville, now lines up.
All right, green flag back in the air. Stage. Oh, wait, yeah, the stage already started. Duh.
He stays behind him. So now, a drag race into 1, and Sammy Smith in the 18 trying to stay to the outside of the 54. A great run now by Smith.
At the outside, work for
Sammy Smith takes the lead.
He did a great job.
First person to take the lead from Ty Gibbs today, I think. Oh, Nick Sanchez must have led under caution at some point.
Continues. Here comes Ty Gibbs, looking to the inside of the 18 now. As those two race side by side, Noah Gragson has cleared the 19. He is now in 3rd, and he sets his sights on the lead.
That outside lane is working really well. Sammy Smith still with an advantage. Down here, though, I think the bottom is going to be the way to go.
Good battle for the lead.
Shade now through 3 and 4 because of the grandstands.
And This battle right here is exactly what Noah Gragson wants to see. This is slowing Ty down just a little bit. Can Noah take advantage of it? See Sammy Smith, look how loose that 54 Gibbs is.
And look how difficult the sun is right now for these drivers as they drive right into it. Into turn 3, the battle for the lead continues.
Woo! Here comes Gregson. Noah Gregson.
To the inside. He's gonna make
Noah Gregson takes the lead in the championship 4. And he takes the lead of the race.
Into turn 1, and he has stole the lead from Sammy Smith and Ty Gibbs.
Sammy still fighting on the outside, though. And with that 54 behind, directly behind the 9, that's going to make Noah even that much more loose. Just pulling air off that rear spoiler.
Now Gregson trying that inside line. Here comes the 54. He gets right to his back bumper.
Watch Noah right here. Noah, I think, is one of the best drivers on the racetrack making passes. How can he get it done?
All the way to the back bumper. Gibbs does not make contact. Now he looks to the inside. He's going to try to take second back away from Gregson.
Watch the 9 of Noah. He slowed down. He's going to try to cross him over. Slowed his entry into 3. Then accelerated before the 55 to get back underneath him.
Two young drivers that are trying to master their craft. And Noah Gregson back in front of Ty Gibbs. Both will be racing on Sundays next year.
What a great battle. And how about Sammy Smith giving no corner to his teammate? Did not cut Ty Gibbs any slack whatsoever.
26 laps, now 27 into stage 2 of this championship race. And the advantage goes to Noah Gregson. He's in front of the other 3. Dave.
Rick, earlier we talked about the words that Noah Gregson had for Ty Gibbs this week, but you really sense when Noah talked about this race in the championship that he wanted to show the 54 and everyone else that they could do it by racing, on track, passing, winning this race, or at least finishing the best of the championship 4. And that's because it's for the whole team. Noah loves relationships, and he loves seeing other people score wins, not just himself behind the wheel. So as he moves into second, he moves into the lead for the championship, Rick.
Yeah, we're looking off at the Toyota onboard here of Ty Gibbs, that sun in front of him. But how focused is Ty Gibbs on getting back to the bumper, at least of that 9, and trying to take back control? Remember, Steve, you mentioned the word control of the race. Right now, control of the championship goes to Noah Gregson.
Yeah, Noah, I think, is a little better, or at least as good as the 54 and 3 and 4. It's down here in 1 and 2, where I think Ty gives this car right there. It turns a little better where you can pick up the throttle a little sooner. That's where he gains the time back. Jeff, now at this end, I think the 9 actually gets through the banked end of the corner a little more.
Well, the 9 has a disadvantage because he's got the 18 car in front of him, which is taking air off of him, and then the 54 gets behind him and takes air off of him. But Noah, with that great corner right there, he's going to clear Sammy Smith for the lead.
Takes the lead away here in Phoenix. Noah Gregson out front. Ty Gibbs trying to follow him past the 18 of Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith continues to battle him for that spot.
See that car wiggling around, the 54 car off turn 2. You can see the back of the car just not planted in the racetrack like he needs it to be.
Up the racetrack, the 54 goes right across the nose of the 18.
He gave Sammy Smith no option but to lift. Either lift or wreck right there.
And how about the 7? Now back into the picture. Here comes Justin Allgaier.
Yeah, that momentum that he lost, Sammy lost, was because of that lift off the throttle, and Justin Allgaier took advantage of it.
The 8 of Josh Berry, the other of the championship 4. And look at how difficult it is back here. Looks like rush hour on the 405 in LA. Josh Berry, he's running in the 9th position. Teammate Sam Mayer just in front of him in the 1. So Gregson has taken control of the race here in Phoenix. Gregson, Gibbs, Allgaier running 1, 2, 3.
Our internet isn't ideal.
My dad made the brilliant move to get us T-Mobile home internet.
Oh,
We have to share our signal with the entire neighborhood.
yeah, now we do some weird things to get our speeds.
Well, Emma.
Come on, kids.
This sucks.
Well, if you just switch, maybe you don't have to be there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yikes. Oh, sorry. I wasn't thinking.
We don't really use the V word. Kind of insensitive.
We prefer pro-lunar.
Yes, much better.
Oh, hey, it's a Donovan's. You know, legend has it, the Donovans had a barbecue that fed half a town.
You know what I heard? They drove cross country just to walk their dog.
Apparently, they climbed a mountain to save some wild horses. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Toyota, let's go places.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you'll get 2 delicious things for only $5. How will you know which 2 to choose? Don't ask us. That's a rhetorical question. And everyone knows 2 for $5 is better than 1. Which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic. That's the thing about claims, you see. They don't happen on your schedule.
Here, Sam. What's up, Twin? How you doing?
It doesn't just say, oh, beg pardon, sir, there's now a good time for a jolly bit of window cracking. Oh, I mean, if they did, you wouldn't need a Geico claims team that's available 24/7. Well, near as I can tell, chestnuts don't talk. Or maybe they're just really quiet.
Geico, your claims team is here for you 24/7.
Gibbs fucking dominates. Yeah, he does. Go Ty Gibbs.
The spotlights have shined before. On February 5th, they will shine again on an event unlike anything in LA. You coming? Get your tickets now at NASCARclash.com.
You saw it on nonstop. Ty Gibbs able to take the top position away from Allgaier. And Gregson, as Gregson has dropped back to third now. Allgaier is up to second. This is how the pass was made.
Yeah, Noah's just too loose right now. Ty Gibbs, just the back of the car is more secure, just able to take the air off his car.
You don't do trucks anymore? Why not?
Justin getting underneath.
Trucks are fun.
Contact.
Game of inches, maybe even less than that, fractions of
just
inches.
Race cars.
Allgaier goes past the 9 of Noah Gregson up into the second position. So now it's Gibbs, Allgaier, and Gregson 1, 2, 3.
And you see right there on that pass, what Allgaier did is he really brake checked Noah big time in the middle of 3 and 4 to keep Noah from crossing back underneath him. And when it did, he had to get off the gas on the brakes hard, and that allowed Sandy Smith to put a lot of pressure on him. Good move by Allgaier to keep him getting crossed over.
We'll see how far back now Noah Gregson has got as we look back at the Goodyear onboard of Allgaier. Allgaier a second and a half behind Gibbs. Then another 0.8 of a second back to Gregson. Josh Berry still running in the top 10, but he's all the way back in the 10th position right now. Marty.
How about Ty Gibbs so quick right now? So, Jeff, an interesting thing to think about here with 5 to go in stage 2. He clearly has the best car in the field. Justin Allgaier might rival him a little bit. But because of that, will that make the other Championship 4 drivers a little more desperate and a little more willing to take some risk on restarts coming up in stage 3? What do you think about that?
Well, I think you just saw that Noah Gregson knows right now that he's got to make his car better. And the question is, can Ty Gibbs and that team make this 54 better? Is there an opportunity for Allgaier to get in front of Gibbs? And I think Allgaier can match his pace. And I think it'd be a more difficult pass for Gibbs to get back in front of Allgaier. But we just saw Junior Motorsports, they're going to have to clean the pit stops up. They cannot continue to give Ty Gibbs the lead on pit road. Dave.
Until they adjust on this car for Noah Gregson, no one needs what he needs to try on the racetrack. Listen to this radio from the 9.
I think if he can use the Sheldon on the exit of 2, I think it might help. Tell him to use Sheldon on the exit of 2. Sheldon, exit of 2.
Sheldon, exit of 2. And Noah told me this morning, instead of using a lot of different calculations and engineer speak. They watch a lot of video together, and they watch what other drivers do. They know what Sheldon Creed does on the exit of turn number 2, and he told me when they use those phrases, I know exactly what they're talking about. So whatever Creed does well here, that's what they want Gregson to do. Do the Sheldon exit of 2.
That's fascinating that in all of this, with all of this pressure, that another driver's name is going to resort back to some video they watched or position on the racetrack. And you know, Luke obviously knows what he's talking about, so Noah can process that and then make adjustments behind the wheel.
Why the code word? Why can't he just say, hey, do this? Well, just watching that tape, and I guess they just spend so much time together that that's how they reference it.
Noah says he's a visual learner, and it helps him a lot just to be able to picture what Sheldon's doing.
Yeah.
My guess is it's using the apron, Rick.
Yeah, coming to the green and white checkered, and that is
So Ty Gibbs wins stage 2.
This is the first time that Ty Gibbs has swept stages in a race. Ty Gibbs wins stage 1 and 2. Ty Gibbs, a 10-time winner in his very young career.
All right. I'm going to go get my dog.
And his percentage is incredible. We'll see if he can finish it out. One stage remains in this championship race for Phoenix.
Tomorrow, the Premier League is on USA. It's a London derby.
The very neighbours who caused their blood to boil.
Chelsea, Arsenal. This is the Premier League. Tomorrow on USA.
Fans are revved up for the Nascar docuseries Race for the Championship.
You guys are the best.
The most important part of the season is coming up.
Welcome to the playoffs.
USA's Race for the Championship. Catch all the action of the season.
There's so much to be grateful for this holiday season, like all the savings you get by adding Verizon Wireless.
Patty, that line's just not in the script.
I know, I just added it. Just like I added Fios Internet to stream my favorite Lifetime holiday movies. Or how I added dogs to this movie.
You added what now?
Add Verizon Wireless to your Fios Internet and save with the Mobile Plus Home.
You've got Verizon Home Internet. Now, we're making it even easier for you to save more with Mobile Plus Home discount. Fios customers can get 5G unlimited, starting at $25 per line per month for 4 lines. Start saving now with Mobile Plus Home discount. So game more, watch more, and save more. Switch now. Add Verizon Wireless and add up your savings. Only on Verizon.
NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Xfinity. Do more of what you love with Master Internet. Xfinity, proud premier partner of NASCAR. Credit One Bank, a credit card company. And by Toyota. Let's go places. Now just 108 laps remaining in the Xfinity Series season.
Hello, Sheena the dog.
Steve told us.
Hello, Sheena the dog.
Based on fuel.
Hello, Sheena the dog.
Of the race, but it is definitely important. We have seen the junior motorsports teams struggle on the first stops. We'll see if they can correct that situation and get their drivers maybe gaining some spots on pit road. Right now it's Gibbs and Gregson running 1, 2, 3. Let's listen in to Josh Berry's recap.
That's what we got to do. We got to get you out of all this mess here. Probably not helping to use your stuff up there that fast. I know it's not fun in there. We'll get you fixed up. Still a long ways to go here, man.
If Ty Gibbs wins, he's going to do a lot of AA before driving the number 18 in Cup. The other drivers won't take his crap. See, I agree with you. Ty Gibbs is stupid. Like, what Ty Gibbs did last week was totally out of line. But at the same time, I love Ty Gibbs. Like, I love that he plays that villain role. Like, we need a villain in NASCAR. And he is that villain, and I love that. So, I mean, yeah, I wish he would not wreck his teammate, but he's the villain. There's a happy girl. Yeah, Sheena, you's a good girl.
Really good, just a little bit too tight, especially in 3 and 4, but they will lose a spot here. How about that? JRM answering the bell, Rick. They have a nice stop.
A huge stop for Allgaier, the 17. They now are in control of this race here in Phoenix. The restart coming up.
Imagine having the elite performance of Goodyear now on your Skechers. Enhance your traction, durability, and stability with Skechers, featuring the top-tier performance of premium Goodyear rubber. Get all-season performance with Goodyear and Skechers.
The Barn Bar. The county's best hangout. And it just got better. Here's the living smooth. With the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
Moderate to severe ulcerative colitis persists, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When UC got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand,
Rinvoq helped physically repair the colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occur. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie could help you.
I just paid $7,000 in vet bills. Jesus Christ. You have a red fox lab? What's wrong with her? Or him? That sucks, dude. I hope your doggy's doing all right now. That $7,000 better have done the job.
Closing in on the final 104 laps of this race. Check in with the Peacock Pit Box. Brad, KP, and DJ. All right, one stage to go. Does Allgaier's pit stop make a big difference in the minds of these championship four? Let's go to Brad with that one.
I'll tell you what, I don't think so. And I'll tell you what I've noticed these last two stages. Ty Gibbs' car, he starts out, it's very free. But the longer it goes, the faster it gets. So the key to me is this restart. How many spots can Ty get on this restart like he did the last one? And who can stay in front of him because he's coming?
Yeah, they're going to make him use up some tires, I think, because his tires just stay on there so long. So they're going to have to really aggravate him, if you will. Here, who's going to be able to do that? And will somebody try to run this out and maybe put on 2 tires if we go green from this point on?
The key to me is going to be what adjustments did these guys make to run with Ty Gibbs?
Yeah, I agree.
Because if they're not making adjustments, they're getting farther and farther behind. Right. Talking about somebody behind, let's go to Rutland.
Oh, guys, I'm down here on Dale Jr. watch. He is still on Sam Mayer's pit box, and the nerves are high. It's fun to see that excitement when the cars barrel into 3 and 4. He's got to stand up. He doesn't have a clear shot. He's been watching. We know a guy out front. He was clapping and cheering. But I tell you what, that right leg has not stopped tapping the entire time he is in that chair. I think the nerves are super high with my guy right now.
Well, he's absolutely loving what he's seeing right now with the 7 of Allgaier out front. We saw they all had bad pit stops on the first stop. They could not get the left sides up. Well, let's go back and watch this pit stop. So, bad pit stop the first time. Pretty clean on the right side. A little slow on the right rear, but not terrible. A good recovery. Watch the jack man. Watch what he does. One jack, another jack. That little bitty extra pump at the end. That gets the left rear up off the ground, and now they can get the tires on and off. That little bit of change by that crew, that made the difference right there.
And we remember the 7 crew won a Cup championship last year with Kyle Larson. That's the same crew that Larson utilized, and as well as that #1 pit stall to get the championship.
Your girl's a white lab. Yes, she is.
Here we go. Getting ready for the restart to It's stage 3 underway. All guys
Green flag.
on the inside, Ty Gibbs on the outside. Shortcutting the racetrack down the apron into turn 1, and up the racetrack goes the 7 of Allgaier.
We saw in the last restart how that outside started to work over at 1 and 2.
Diving into 3 and 4, Allgaier still with the advantage. Ty Gibbs fighting on the outside.
I was the pitch justed off, entering turn 1 right here.
That high line works again as
Greetings with abundant life's favor racing fans of all ages.
I think they're going to have to start paying attention to turn 1 on restarts. You want to pick.
How are you doing tonight?
But we see now in the last 2 restarts that middle lane has gotten the lead. You may want to change your strategy.
Ty Gibbs back up front, Allgaier, Gregson, 2 and 3. Then it's Brandon Jones, AJ Allmendinger, and Castle, Sheldon Creed, and in 8th right now, Josh Berry. Daniel Hemrick and Sammy Smith rounding out the top 10. 100 laps remain here from Phoenix.
You're rooting for Gregson?
And a big issue
caution.
coming out of
Oh, man, that's a big crash. Jesus. That's a big one. Oh, my God, that's a big crash right there. That's a big crash. They all just started crashing. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Woo!
A little bit of contact right there with the 1 car.
And the 98 was right on the back bumper of the 18 as well.
Oof.
They were going at it the lap before this happened. Both of them with good race cars. With a long way to go. 2 young race car drivers need to recognize with about 100 laps to go. A little too early for all of this.
Well, youth at its finest, Jeff. You always talk about the Xfinity series. It's about young race car drivers. That's 18 and 19. 2 teenagers.
And the one car there was pretty loose. Got really loose. He's already loose. And then the contact right there from the 18.
The 98 got into the back.
Excited about this weekend, Xfinity Cup races. Woohoo, let's go. Boomer Sooner, C. Bell. You want Christopher Bell to win?
We saw Ryan Sieg in the 39. Some body parts getting picked up there by the safety crew here in Phoenix.
See the deck lids off this car. They've got a ton of work to do to try to get back on track.
There are required parts to these cars that they'll have to have before they can go out on the track. We'll take a quick break. Be right back with a restart.
Go, 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 go. Here's the thing about wrong turns.
What the heck was that?
They invite serendipity.
Whoa!
The unimaginable. The unexpected. The unforgettable.
Hang on.
So embrace wrong turns. Because you never know.
Hey,
Where your next wrong turn will take you.
look at this.
Toyota, let's go places.
You're helping her study for a geography test, but how can you think about states and cities? When a burger with steak, butter, and bacon sounds like the best, with grilled onions and 2 slices of cheese. Father-daughter cheeseburgers, what's better than that? She's about to find out. You can't read a map. Sonic steak, butter, bacon, cheeseburger.
Ooh, Sonic.
For tires, I only trust Goodyear. So I wear Skechers with Goodyear rubber for incredible traction, durability, and stability. If Goodyear rubber can handle what this piece throws at it, just imagine how well it'll perform in your feet. Try Skechers with Goodyear.
They say you eat with your eyes first, so here's a good look at our new thick and fluffy French toast. Artisan challah dipped in vanilla cinnamon batter. French toast the way it's meant to be. Try all 3 flavors, only at IHOP. Download the app and earn free food with every purchase.
Make sure to download the official app of NASCAR. You can follow the action through live scoring. There's in-car cameras as well as radio broadcast. Search NASCAR in your app store. Download. Start a free trial today. All right, so Jeff, you mentioned that they had been roughing each other up a little bit even prior to this happening in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, we're just after a restart. Things get really aggressive. Sam Mayer and Sammy Smith. Sammy to the back of Sam Mayer, right in the middle of the corner, runs Sam up the racetrack. And we know later on, a lap later, these two get together. The two young guys just, giving their best, trying to have a good day, and now they both have damage. It's kind of really unnecessary, to be honest. They'll learn, don't race car drivers. Both are fast. That contact right there.
One on the racetrack, Steve, I mentioned certain parts have to be on here before a car can go back out.
Yeah, the deck link, the spoiler are required components. Bigger tracks, the rear tail is as well. Here in Phoenix, the deck link spoiler was our main concern, but it's going to really hard to have to put the brakes. You mentioned damage. I thought the 18 got through relatively unscathed compared to the one.
Yeah, he was in the wall a little bit, and that concerns me. They did have to come down pit road with that 18 car. Not sure what repairs they had to make.
So now the question is, for this restart, Ty Gibbs, he has experienced what it's like on the outside and how there's a little more success. Does he choose that outside line for the restart here?
That's going to be very interesting because I agree with Jeff. Twice now we've seen the outside really roll turns 1 and 2.
What scares you about doing that is that now you've exposed yourself to someone getting into your door, someone getting into your left rear quarter panel. You control that on the bottom, you can't control it on the top. So that is the difficult part. But as far as speed in the middle of 1 and 2, I like the outside right now.
Obviously not choosing yet because we saw the 54 run right over the box. And so we'll wait for the choose here in just a moment, Marty.
Rick, Ty Gibbs has also noticed the outside is rolling. They just had a conversation about what to do on this choose for the next restart. Listen.
We think bottom here. I don't know if you agree, like it's almost even when you look at it, but I think you can control it better from there. What are your thoughts? Copy.
A simple no. Parker, how about that? He thinks the outside's the best way to go on this restart. He agrees with Steve and Jeff.
Well, Marty, it'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out here for Justin Allgaier. Earlier in the race, on the first restart, he noted how he made an adjustment with his brakes that he didn't like. He's taken that back. But since this last restart, losing the lead to Ty Gibbs, he said nothing on the radio. The team hasn't said nothing to him about what happened there. So we'll see if the 7 decides to maybe go with the 54 at the bottom or to the outside.
Before Sam Mayer got involved in that crash, remember he's a teammate to Noah Gragson. He was running a high line that they told Noah might be pretty good. Noah's like, yep, okay, let's remember that. Call it the Sam Mayer if you want me to run that later, Marty. Dylan?
And Dave, for Josh Berry, they continue to just tell him and pump him up. Hey, we're not out of this. We got plenty of time. 94, now 93 laps to go. The one thing that Josh said, too, about this day is just not about overthinking it. We just have to put this one race together, and we'll be the champions. Now, they're working through some handling issues. He's been loose all afternoon long, and the big thing they want to do here is really kind of hoping for a little bit of a longer run to get some separation. Josh knows he's going to have to make some moves on the restart when everybody's bunched up together, but they can get spread out a little bit. He can race and actually drive this car. They still think they're okay, so plenty of time left for these guys to try and make something out of this day as he runs 8th right now.
92 laps still to go when they come back for the green flag. And the choice was given to Ty Gibbs. He said, I'm going to choose the outside, and that's what he did.
Yeah, I actually like this choice. I understand what the crew chief was saying, that, hey, it's about 50-50 with you can control the bottom. Ty knows what he can and can't control. He feels he has to be in the top. We'll see if it works out.
I think Chris Gale, with all that experience on the box, he's worried about the 7 car being into the side of the 54. That's the only negative, is you expose yourself to that. We'll see if Allgaier takes advantage of it.
Well, now what if Justin Allgaier decides to not take the shortcut? That forces the 54 to stay
flag.
So we'll see how they do the restart. Right now, 92 laps to go from Phoenix.
Ty spun the tire for that restart. A little bit of contact right there.
How good is that outside line? The 7 now fighting on the inside for the lead. Into 3 they go. Ty coming way down the racetrack. Allgaier not giving him a lot of room. Here comes the 9 of Gragson. The fight for second between Gregson and Allgaier, and Gregson's going to win that battle.
Look at the 7 of Allgaier trying to drive underneath the 9 of Noah. They're going to be side by side into turn 3.
Gibbs out front. The fight for second continues. The 7 of Allgaier, a half a car length behind the 9 of Gregson. Oh, contact made. The 7 up into the 9.
Not able to use that outside lane. Yes, it.
Oh, trouble!
35 is sliding. That's Joey Gase. And the caution comes out.
And Sammy Smith in another one.
Involved again. He's got no left rear tire.
Get it fired up. Get it fired up. Talked about being in that accident. Now what does that do? You got to come back down pit road.
Who is your top 4 here at Xfinity? My final 4? Sorry, I missed your comment for a few minutes. I think Gibbs is going to win the title, and then Gregson, and then Allgaier, and then Barry. I actually had Sammy Smith winning the race, but it doesn't look good, like that's going to happen anymore. Sammy Smith was my race win pick, and then Ty Gibbs would win the title. Tomorrow I have Chase Elliott winning the race and the title.
And right there, see the 18 of Sammy Smith. Top of your screen is where it all happens. It's a little contact right there, and then behind them they just all stack up.
So the 6th caution of the day has come out, which means another restart.
Well, first the decision is, we said 75 to 85 laps. So if I'm Gibbs, Gregson, or Allgaier, I don't think I'm going to come to pit road yet. If I'm Josh Berry in the 7th position, at some point I have to look at the reality. I have to say, do I believe I can outrun the other 3? Now, the other 3 can absolutely wreck each other from what we've seen for aggressive. But is this the line in the sand that Mike Baumgartner decides? Does he say, you know what, we're going to come in, we're going to make adjustments, and we're going to fill this car up with gas. And if we get a couple big yellows,
Sheena, my darling.
So the green light is on, he's definitely staying out.
Sheena, my darling.
I know they're hoping for this long run and thinking this 8 car is going to come in, but you asked
my
earlier in the day,
darling.
would somebody get off strategy if they had to, would they throw a Hail Mary? I thought that could have been a Hail Mary.
My darling.
So far, everyone's staying on the same strategy. It's Gibbs, Gregson, and Allgaier in the top 3 for the restart coming up next.
Wait, all you got was ham? And all you got was the pumpkin pie? And all you got was turkey?
With gravy.
Mama, it's an all-you-can-eat holiday buffet.
Exactly.
A smorgasbord of all you want, all you need. This is turkey and gravy, and pie, and mashed potatoes. Where's my real family at? They must be here somewhere. Did I sit at the wrong table?
If you're loud, be louder. If you stand out, stand strong. And if you got the devil on your shoulder, take him for a ride.
You're helping her study for a geography test, but how can you think about states and cities?
When a burger with steak, butter, and bacon sounds like the best, with grilled onions and 2 slices of cheese. Father-daughter cheeseburgers, what's better than that? She's about to find out you can't read a map. Sonic steak, butter, bacon, cheeseburger.
Ooh, Sonic. See, son, a little elbow grease, you can do just about anything.
Thanks, Dad.
That's right, Robert.
And it's never too early to learn you can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer.
That's right, Jamie. But it's not just about savings. It's about the friends we make along the way.
You said it, Flo. And don't forget to floss before you brush. Your gums will thank you.
That's right, Dr. Gary.
Jamie?
Sorry, I had another thought, so I got back in line.
What was it?
Can't remember.
Time for one last Old West showdown. Phoenix. Under this high, bright desert sky, 4 drivers will enter, and you know the rest. No one is going to give you this championship. You've got to take it. The NASCAR Championship on NBC and Peacock.
Tomorrow, Sunday Night Football. A pair of 5 and 2 division leaders are going to battle it out. Derrick Henry and the Titans visit Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Coverage begins with Football Night in America. It's 7 p.m. Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Valley of the Sun, site for championship week as we look at the championship 4 and where they're running. Familiar. Gibbs running in that first spot. Gregson second. Allgaier third now. And Josh Berry in 7th, Parker.
And Rick just is right in the thick of this championship battle, but he just came on the radio and asked his team, are you sure all the wheels are tight? They replied yes. He said, well, there's something weird going on the rear end, especially when I accelerate, so a possible issue for Justin Allgaier in that 7th car right now.
That's questions you never want from the driver if you're chasing Burdett sitting up there.
All right. If you're Ty Gibbs and a very vocal Noah Gregson all week long said he didn't care about Ty Gibbs, would you want Noah Gregson lining up on your inside for this restart?
I would not put him there, but I think it's the right lane as far as speed. But we're going to find out right now.
Riding the wall was crazy last week, but NASCAR said this will be the first and last time doing this. That sucks.
Good restart for both drivers.
I mean, how are they really going to, like, enforce it, though? If somebody tries it again and it actually works, what are you going to do? Penalize them? Like, you're not going to penalize somebody if it works.
Very close there as Gregson got to.
Oh, Sheldon and Josh Berry made contact.
Up the racetrack a little higher, the 54 of Gibbs. And Gregson clears the 54 now, once again, through the apron.
Full commitment by Noah Gregson into turn 3. I didn't think that car would stick as far as he drove it in the corner, but it did.
Here comes the 54, looking at the inside now of Gregson. Falls back in line. Allgaier to 3rd. 19 of Brandon Jones running in the 4th spot, and very tight. Gregson has Gibbs to his inside once again.
Gregson's goal right here is just to get a good launch off the exit of 2. They able to make it happen. Now get to the bottom. He's hard on the brakes right here to keep that 54 behind. He did not do it. Gave clean air to that 54 of Gibbs, but still pulling away. I thought Noah would have been best served to slow the center of the corner down at 3 and 4. Not give the bottom to tie, but what he did worked.
Gibbs so good through the center of 1 and 2. Now back to the inside of the 9 of Gregson.
Watch Noah, watch him. Nope, I thought he might try to check up and cross Ty over. Might have tried to drive back under him, but he did not do it.
Gregson staying up high.
This battle's bringing the 7 of Allgaier into the picture, and he's been running a very interesting line. This time a little more conventional than the last time through 1 and 2. He was almost up in the 3rd lane searching for that extra grip.
The 54 sliding out of turn 2. He was so low on the racetrack. Now a car length and a half separate the top 2.
You just get the sense that Gibbs has the best car, and he wants to be aggressive, but he's afraid, to cross that limit with the best car. And Noah's not going to give him an inch. See that center of the corner, how much better Gibbs is. That allows him to get underneath Noah.
We've heard him say the 54 is better through 1 and 2, but we think we could stay with him through 3 and 4. And you see the 9 of Gregson drive into turn 3.
But Allgaier being behind him, if he was just a little bit closer, he might take advantage of this.
These two continue to fight door to door for the lead. This time Gregson harder into turn 1, but rolling through the center again, the 54. Gibbs so strong. But now enter the 7 of Allgaier right there now. He's at the back bumper of the 54.
Now that pass is going to be that much more difficult for Ty Gibbs with that 7 behind him.
Running way up high is the 7 of Allgaier. Let's see if the momentum works for him here as he comes off at 2. Look at the run he has. And right to the back bumper again of the 54. What a championship race.
So good. Allgaier thought he was going to be able to drive to his rear bumper and then turn underneath him, but he just couldn't do it. Look how high the 7 is this time.
He's working his right side coming to that traction compound, and it has worked. He's going to get to the outside of the 54.
Now the fight for second is on. Allgaier using that higher line.
Let's see what Justin does this time down into turn 1. You said it, Steve, way up the racetrack. They did not put traction compound down, but it might still be some there left from the last race. Oh, yeah.
It's working. It worked for the 9, it worked for the 7, and now the 54 might have to rethink the direction he goes when he goes through turns 1 and 2.
Behind this great battle, Josh Berry has worked himself up to 4th.
And once again, the championship 4 contenders run 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, watch the 7 car. Watch what he does. Drives in the corner. Oh, Noah Gregson, he heard or saw what the 7 was doing, and he answered the call. He went to the top.
Lower right.
They told him over the radio, guys. They told him over the radio exactly what Allgaier was doing, and Gregson tried it.
That's awesome, Dave. Great report. That's a spotter being on it. Tyler Mond giving that information.
You see Coach Gibbs in the lower right corner of your screen. JGR owner, and on the left side of the bottom there, Junior Motorsports co-owner Dale Jr. watching on as these cars battle for a championship. Remember, they all still have to come to pit road at some point in time. 73 coming up on 72 laps to go. It's Noah Gregson, Allgaier, and Gibbs 1, 2, 3, and add Berry to the picture.
If you're loud, be louder. If you stand out, stand strong. If you go for deadlock, take him for a ride.
At SafeLight, we take care of vehicles with the latest technology. We can replace your windshield and recalibrate your safety system.
And they recycled my old glass.
Don't wait. Schedule today.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
We love our new neighborhood.
Yeah, great schools, wonderful neighbors, so helpful.
Maybe too helpful. Well, at least Geico made bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save so much money.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
I've always wanted to do that.
Next round on me.
Our internet isn't ideal.
My dad made the brilliant move to get us T-Mobile home internet. We have to share our signal with the entire neighborhood.
Yeah, now we do some weird things to get our speeds.
Well, Emma.
Come on, kids.
This sucks.
Well, if you just switch, maybe you don't have to be there.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. Yikes. Oh, sorry. I wasn't thinking.
We really used the V word.
Kind of insensitive.
We prefer pro-lunar.
Much better.
Just take a minute. Look around you. There's history being made. Has been. Will be. How can there not? Just something about those blue skies, high banks and high speed, all coming together in one perfect race. and it'll be here sooner than you think.
The official app of NASCAR Tracks lets you stay up to date on the latest race and event information from all of your favorite tracks. Search NASCAR Tracks in the App Store to download for free. You can start using today. It's the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship from Phoenix. Now only 66 laps to go. Find out who the champion will be. Gregson, Allgaier, Gibbs, Berry running 1, 2, 3, 4.
When you see that 9 and that 7 are now running the turns 1 and 2 way up in that third lane, that and this setting sun, I think, are two changes to what these cars need to be good. The 54 is still decent, but he definitely has lost a little bit of pace from what he had earlier. So now it comes down to this final pit stop. Can you make the right adjustment? Is it going to be 4 tires? You're going to be really close to the end of the race. Will somebody gamble on 2 tires? We just have to wait and see. But the adjustments, Parker, are going to be key.
Right, and I think for Jackson Allgaier, it's going to be about maybe tightening up that car a little bit on exit. You see that back end wiggle around, especially off of turn 4. But often in these Championship 4 races, we see the Championship 4 all running 1, 2, 3, 4 and battling at the front. Well, we're not the only ones who notice. Take a listen to the separate radio.
If there was never a question who the final 4 should be, I think you're looking at pretty awesome how we all ended up here, huh?
That's from earlier in the race when they were all 1, 2, 3, which they are 1, 2, 3, 4, which they are again. And Justin told me before this race, though, in terms of racing his teammates for a championship, he said they've set the precedent this year of being very aggressive, and I will not hold back in trying to get a championship, Dave.
When I talked to the leader, Noah Gregson, this morning, I asked him, how do I tell people that you prepare for this race when you're such a fun guy? They know you're fun. They know sometimes you throw up after the race when you win. He said, tell them I go and talk to everybody in my shop. And sometimes those relationships build genius ideas. Someone will pull me aside and say, hey, have you ever thought about that? Spends a lot of time at the shop. And I think that's the kind of relationship that allowed his spotter to put him up in that high lane as well. It's taken him to the lead.
Yeah, Dave, that's a great report about the spotter and the trust that Noah Gregson had. The minute that Allgaier was working that top, his spotter said, hey, you got to go to the top. Just like the traction compound in the spring. And lap 1, he went up there. Trust, full send to go up there and trust that there's grip there. That was a great call and a great move. Driver Cucci working together. Now, as this run has gone on, I'm starting to see that 7 car of Allgaier have a little more speed than Noah.
Well, commitment, Noah Gregson. You look at the last 9 races, 5 wins. And that's right, do the math, over 50%. He has been in victory lane. 9 top 10s on the last 9 races. So momentum definitely on his side. He's been one of the best all season long, but getting better and really peaking here at the end of the season, which is exactly what you want to do if you want to win a championship. Marty, how about Ty Gibbs? What's he learning now?
Yeah, Rick, time for our Toyota driver update. Ty Gibbs trying to get back to the front. He said earlier this week after what happened at Martinsville last week, I have to drive off instinct, muscle memory, and wisdom. The second I start driving off emotion, that's when things can spin out of control. To that point, he and Tony Hirschman, his spotter, himself a 2-time championship spotter with Kyle Busch, sat down. He said, I want you to say the same phrase over and over today. Smart, rhythm, out-discipline everybody. The lead heating up, but then right now at 54, a little bit too free on entry.
Well, the 9 got a little bit loose. The 7 took advantage of it, got right to his back bumper. Now we'll see if he can add some pressure to the 9 and take away the top spot. But while those 2 are closing in the gap, also the 54 has figured some things out.
Yeah, watch as they come down the back straightaway. Watch the 7 of Allgaier. He started working the outside of 3 and 4. Yep, there he goes. We're going to try it again. They actually did apply traction compound to this end of the racetrack, and he's up there looking for it. Not quite the grip, but look at the advantage. A little bit of advantage he gives him down this front straightaway. He's trying to get that traction compound to fire on.
Here comes the 54. Gibbs looking to the inside of Allgaier again, but Allgaier using that higher line, trying to keep the momentum up, not able to do it. Steve, looks like the tires might be wearing away here a little bit. These guys have got their hands full.
Yeah, well, 26 laps on this green flag run. So that's about about a third of the way through the tire life as these rear tires start to wear. Big run here for the 54. What will he do with it?
Allgaier almost into the wall there as he came out of 4. Gibbs, we'll see what line he takes. He goes back to the bottom of the racetrack. Now the 7 having to fight to the inside of the 13 of Dawson Cram.
Wow, Allgaier almost almost across the nose of the 54 car. Guys, 3 and 4 is starting to fire off at the top. They're starting to go there, and see right there, look at the middle of the corner speed for that 7 of Allgaier. You're going to have to change your lane. Coming into this race, nobody thought that was going to happen, but it has fired off on both ends of the racetrack.
Think about the experience of the 7 of Allgaier. 24 starts here at Phoenix in the Xfinity Series. So many more races that he's been able to be on this track. 7 starts for Noah Gragson, 2 for the 54 of Ty Gibbs, and only 2 for the 8 of Josh Berry.
Noah did not go to the top to block
into the wall with the 7 off of turn 4. Right
Allgaier made a little bit of contact with the wall there.
This is a little strike. He's all right. This is for a championship.
Using every inch of this racetrack, and Steve, if it stays this way, we're going to see green flag pit stops.
We are, but we're going to see him maybe about 25 laps to go in this race, and we're going to be right up against the finish. So we still have a good 30 laps of green flag racing.
Things heating up front as Noah Gragson and the 7 of Justin Allgaier, as well as Ty Gibbs, all fighting up here for the top spot.
Wait, all you got was ham? And all you got was the pumpkin pie? And all you got was turkey?
With gravy.
Mama, it's an all-you-can-eat holiday buffet.
Exactly.
A smorgasbord of all you want, all you need. This is turkey and gravy, and pie, and mashed potatoes. Where's my real family at? They must be here somewhere. Did I sit at the wrong table?
Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner from Maple in New York. Show up bold, wherever you go. Smudge resistant. Waterproof. Up to 36-hour wear. Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil, Maybelline, New York.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and claim one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs on their way. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
At Safelite, we take care of vehicles with the latest technology. We can replace your windshield and recalibrate your safety system.
And they recycled my old glass.
Don't wait, schedule today.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Riders, let your queries be known.
Yeah, hi. Instead of letting passengers wrap their arms around us, we put little handles on our jackets.
Deny.
I want a nickname. Can you guys start calling me Snake?
No, Brian. Deny.
How about we look at quotes to see if we can save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer?
Prove.
Cool. Hey, if Brian's not going to be Snake, can I be Snake?
Time for one last Old West showdown. Phoenix. Under this high, bright desert sky, 4 drivers will enter, and you know the rest. No one's going to give you this championship. You got to take it.
He's a Cup Series champion.
The Nascar Championship on NBC and Peacock.
Just 49 laps remain. The NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship from Phoenix. It's Allgaier out front. Now, Gibbs running second. Gragson has fallen back to third after missing the turn in turn 4. And the other 2 championship contenders pounced on him.
Well, this racetrack is changing rapidly. Let's go back and watch Noah Gragson, how he lost his lead. He entered high, which is what you think you want to do when the outside starts coming in, but the track's not ready to do that yet. Entered high, and the car just did not have grip, and everybody took advantage of it.
Here comes the 54. He's within a half a car length now to the bumper of Allgaier for the lead. Ty Gibbs once again fighting back on the inside. He likes that inside line. Will it work for him to take the lead back away from Allgaier? Allgaier now with some traffic up in the line he's preferred. Side by side as they go down the backstretch. Allgaier a half a lane up. The 54 drifting up with him.
This pass is going to be that much more difficult for Ty Gibbs. I think Ty has a better car again, but with this outside line working, how are you going to get by Allgaier? How are you going to make this happen?
Lap traffic coming into play. Joe Graff Jr., the next car in front of him.
Oh, right to the rear bumper. Trying to take the air off that car.
Caution has come out.
Caution.
The 77, we see the smoke rolling out behind Dylan Bassett. And Gregson all the way to the back of the 54. That was close as they were slowing down for the caution.
I'm going to tell you something, guys. We've had an incredible race. These guys have been going at it. The racetrack's changing. Now, I think it's important, Steve. Where's the racetrack going to go? Is the top going to continue to be the way they go? Are you going to have to run the bottom on new tires? The driver and crew chief understanding where this racetrack is going to go as far as grip and what lane you're going to need is going to be vital to who makes the right changes.
Yeah, I mean, basically the sun has set, the lights are on, the ambient temperature is dropping. Add in the traction compound and the lane adjustment. This set of changes is going to be very important. The other thing is we're going to be probably under 40 laps to go when we take the green flag. So, you know, in theory, you would never set a car up to only run 40 laps. These cars are set up to run 60, 70, 75 laps. So do you bump the air pressure up a little bit? Do you leave a little bit of fuel out for better nose weight? You know, there's a lot of calculations that are going to go into these final adjustments. And then the pit crews. You don't have to gain, but you got to stay within touch, right? The championship 4 are 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to stay inside that top 4.
Steve, this is it. This is the money stop right here for these teams. They won't have to come back to pit road. There's less than 45 laps to go in this race. Now, it all comes down to a good pit stop, pit strategy, how you get in and off of the box, in and out of pit road.
And as a driver, this is where we start to see those speeding penalties, right? You're next to a guy leaving you, trying to creep that RPM up just a little bit. Everyone, even pit crew members, you have to, this sounds crazy, but you have to kind of stay patient and nice and slow. That is how you have good pit stops. Clean pit stops come by not running at 100% crazy. You know, run at 95%. Make sure you see every move, every tire hang. The jackman, see both jack stops without any issue. You've seen Coach here, he's seen it all. From the football field to the racetrack, he goes with the pressure zone.
To me, like the coach again, the first thing I want to think about with pit crews is this is football's version of special teams. You got to kick the field goal right now. You got to make that field goal that everybody just assumes you're going to make, but it's difficult to do. And this is where those guys, they've been sitting around waiting for this moment. This is an opportunity to win a championship. Who can step up to the moment and make it happen?
See the crews getting ready. The biggest day of the year right now for these teams. The championship on the line.
See, he's got that wedge wrench attached to his helmet. Go over pit wall and get that thing off and make an adjustment. Pit crews have evolved on everything.
Yeah.
We'll just make the wrench stick to your helmet so you can use it better.
Title on the line for the Xfinity Series, and guess what? Tomorrow, the NASCAR Championship weekend continues with the Cup Series, and they will crown a champion. And race coverage beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Countdown to green at 1:30. Get everyone set up for what is on the line for the Cup Series. And Rutledge Wood, we have very few laps to go, 43 from here at Phoenix.
Yeah, Rick, and you can feel that stress on Dale Earnhardt Jr. getting those 3 cars up there in the top 4. He just looked at me, laughed, he changed his shades to his glasses, and he made that international sign for, my stomach doesn't feel good right now. So the nerves are high down here, guys. Going to be exciting to see what happens next, though.
I think everyone is feeling it. The 2 owners, they've got that look on their face.
I mean, if you're a football fan, who hasn't been so nervous when that kick comes in, right? These owners have put together teams, drivers, crew chiefs, sponsors. And now it comes down to these pit crews. And let's not forget, this year, the Cup Series uses a single lug nut. The Xfinity Series is still on 5 lug nuts. This whole interaction between Saturdays and Sundays is completely changed. You know, this is now completely different than Sundays. So the pit crew's focus has been mostly on Sunday, right? What pit crew has committed to Saturdays? What pit crew, Marty, has said, you know what? We know a championship's going to be won on Saturday. Put a little extra time on this style of pit stop.
Joe Gibbs Racing always known for their pit crews, but remember, on the last stop, Ty Gibbs' team lost him a spot. They cannot afford that right now. In fact, Ty came on the radio and said, hey boys, you got this. This is where it all counts. Can they answer, Steve? What are you saying as a crew chief to your guys, knowing they did not have a good stop last time?
Well, you just remind them of all the time they put in. All the 6 a.m. mornings in January and February, prepping for what's going to come in November, what you hope comes in November. There you see the crew for the 54 of Ty Gibbs. There's a lot of experience on that crew in different facets and in different positions. That's what you want to lean on, right? Is the experience. I will say this. I've seen a lot of good pit crew guys at pit practice in a parking lot. It takes a different type of athlete to want the ball in this situation. Let's see which one steps up.
Pit road open, and the 7, 54, 9 and 8, nose to tail as they come onto pit road. Dylan.
Josh Berry told his team, good rebound, boys. We're still in this. They finally got the back of the car settled down so he could drive it to fourth. Now he needs help with the front turn. They'll go back on their last adjustment, take one round out of the left rear, 4 tires and fuel, Parker.
For Justin Allgaier, he just needs that car to be tightened up on exit. You saw that, how loose he was on the exit of the corners. He needs to be tightened up and to fire off a little bit earlier in the run. It'll be 4 tires for him. We'll keep an eye on that fuel to see what they do for weight, Dave.
Noah Gregson felt like he was burning up the right front. The adjustment for him has already been made. Air pressure and 1 of 4 Goodyear tires. Sunoco fuel to get to the end, Marty.
Handling-wise, toughest run of the day for Ty Gibbs. There you see that track bar adjustment. Said it was just too free, and the right rear wants to snap out on corner exit. Can the 54 team deliver? Yes, they can. The 54 gauge, one critical spot here on pit road, Rick.
And a very detrimental stop for the 9. Gregson, 5 spots on pit road. He loses. Gibbs gains a spot. He comes off the pit road.
Jesus, Noah Gregson lost a lot of spots there.
Hi, dog. Hello. Hi. You're a good dog.
The wild child of the family. The first ever GR Pro. Tell you, let's go places.
Our internet isn't ideal.
My dad made the brilliant move to get us T-Mobile home internet. We have to share our signal with the entire neighborhood.
Yeah, now we do some weird things to get our speeds.
Well, hello.
Come on, kids. This sucks. Well, if you just switch, maybe you don't have to be there.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay.
Whew.
Sorry, I wasn't thinking.
We really use the V word.
Kind of insensitive.
We prefer pro-lunar.
Much better.
Sonic Super 5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5. How will you know which 2 to choose? Don't ask us. That's a rhetorical question. And everyone knows 2 for $5 is better than 1. Which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic.
Guys, there's something on the ship. There's something with us here.
What do we do?
Get to the escape pods. Go now!
Okay, I'm an alien, and I got these claws. I'm climbing a wall now.
If you're making a sci-fi movie, you need to finish the special effects.
That was good.
And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
Okay.
See how much you could save by bundling with Geico.
Is that going to be a problem?
Drink them if you got them.
USA presents a perfect cocktail for a damn good time.
I'm horny as hell, so I'm ready.
Mix 2 parts celebrities, 1 part outrageous games, and a slice of fun.
Let's play Drunken Axel.
Gwen, you're married to a drunken asshole.
A celebrity competition where hangovers are temporary, but victory lasts forever.
Take your spanking. Come here.
Barmageddon. The games begin December 5th on USA.
Look at where the Champ 4 are running now. Gibbs, that's a familiar spot. We've seen him there most of the race. 96 laps he's been out front. But Allgaier second. And Josh Berry now up to third. This is the best position he has been running in all day long. Can he capitalize on it? Now the problem Noah Gregson had on pit road, Steve, was this.
Yeah, a little bit on both sides. It starts on the right rear, quick hands, and one lug nut doesn't come off. You're going to see he reaches in, grabs the wheel, no movement. That's because he has to go back and take a couple more lug nuts off. That happens, and then from the right to the left, don't carry over mistake. Another issue with not getting the car high enough. Left rear won't come off. Now the jack man has to hang it, so trouble on the gun and the pit stop on the left side, once again with the jacks. Big loser on this pit sequence, the 9 of Noah Gregson.
Come on, guys. And now they'll choose inside, outside. The 54. Outside once again, Allgaier inside.
Listen, that choose by the 54 of Gibbs, in my opinion, he had no choice. You've got to pick the top. We've seen the top is better, but you do expose yourself. We talked about it before. Allgaier now has going to be able to drive underneath Ty Gibbs. See, look down here trying to pump everybody up.
Yeah, that's a great crew chief right there. The guys didn't have a good stop. He went down there, he talked to him. The guys, all right. Let's see what we got here.
That is a great crew chief, but with 37 to go, I don't know if you're going to see that 9 car back on pit road again. So I don't know if they're going to be able to make up for it, Marty.
Remember, Ty Gibbs chose the outside last time. Chris Gale didn't love it, but Jeff, he said, this is your choice. He left the decision up to his 20-year-old driver. Ty Gibbs decided for the outside once again.
And that puts now Allgaier on the inside of Gibbs. Yeah, every time out of the pipes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of the 7 of
that is
Allgaier.
weird.
That's something we've got to keep our eye on.
Green flag.
Up through the gears they go again. 36 laps to go in Phoenix. A great run by Allgaier in the 7. But can he hold it? Way up the racetrack he goes, and here comes the 54 and Sheldon Creed in the 2.
Yeah, the 7 car of Allgaier kind of just shifted in there hoping for the best, but hope's not a strategy. Now, can he hold these cars off for second?
3 wide for second.
That was a risky move by Allgaier, and I don't think he had to take. He's got to make this work right here. He cannot fall back and forth.
Sheldon Creed and A.J. Allmendinger on his inside. Here comes Josh Berry in the 8.
Oh, around goes the 19.
Brandon
Jones around.
No caution.
Caution's out.
There'll be another restart.
I think it might have been contact with the 9 car of Noah. Noah running an 8th right here.
Still a 19, I didn't mean that.
There you have it.
Just crossing down.
See, here it is right here. See the 9 of Noah Gregson on the bottom of the racetrack. They check up in front, and then the 19 turns to try to take advantage of it and just contact. It's a great shot.
Still bottom of 3, 11 trying to roll comp. Still bottom of 3. Keep coming here, still out there.
We heard Noah just getting back in the gas, and then the 19 had to let off because the 2 was coming back to it.
Feel bad for the 19 of Brandon Jones. That's his teammate for next year. Current teammate, wrecked him last week. Is this Noah and he aren't going to be teammates with that 9 car. He's actually going to be driving next year. He got spun out by the car he's getting ready to be in.
So they'll try it again. And yes, Junior shaking his head. That's L.W. Miller over there on the side of the pit box.
I'm going to tell you something. Our guy's got to rethink the strategy. Into turn 1, he shifted in there and got by with it. But he got lucky to get by with it. He made a lunge for life that he didn't need to make with 33 laps to go, in my opinion, on that last restart. He put himself in jeopardy of falling all the way back to 4th or 5th. So now he's got to rethink. All right, what am I going to do? I just tried something that didn't work. So what is it that our guy can do? I'm certain that 54 Gibbs is going to pick the top again. It's worked for everybody on the top the last 3 or 4 restarts. Josh Berry did a really good job on that restart. What did he learn? What can he apply? That's what they're all processing right now.
And again, they were checking up in front of the 19. He has to slow down. The 9 gets into the back of him. Around goes the 19. Caution comes out. That means another restart.
Wait, what? All you got was ham? And all you got was the pumpkin pie? And all you got was turkey?
With gravy.
Mama, it's an all-you-can-eat holiday buffet.
Exactly.
A smorgasbord of all you want, all you need. This is turkey and gravy, and pie, and mashed potatoes. Where's my real family at? They must be here somewhere. Did I sit at the wrong table?
The Barn Bar. The county's best hangout. Just got better. Here's the Living Smooth, with the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light. A breakfast croissant plus seasoned potatoes for $3, and they're redshirting you?
It's just a standard work shirt.
Hey, gotta stay humble, man.
Thank you, Rich.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Die Hard. Good choice.
Only one I trust. Imagine if everything had the reliability, durability, and power of Die Hard. Die Hards choose Die Hard, and they get it at Advance Auto Parts.
Well, guys, the temperature is dropping, but the heart
In
rate
Ty's
is
book
going
of
up. We're at that
racing, it's easier to get forgiveness and permission.
Non-championship contenders. AJ Allmendinger, Sheldon Creed, Landon Castle. They're fast. They're going to be a part of this conversation.
Yeah, we got 3 of the 4 up there. I want to see Noah get in and be a part of this. What a great race we've had.
That's incredible.
Noah Gregson's fallen back to the 8th position, and that's where he will restart with 30 laps to go.
You see that 7 car, every time he accelerates to warm the tires up, you see a little bit of puff of smoke. We've seen that throughout the year with a few Xfinity teams under caution. I don't know if that's a concern or not. It may be oil just getting into part of the engine, Steve, and it burning it off right here. We've seen it a few times before, but gosh, that makes me nervous.
Yeah, we definitely got our attention on this yellow more than the past few yellows.
Look at that smoke continue to roll out. The right side, the exhaust of the 7. We'll keep our eye on that. 30 laps to go.
All right, back green, 30 laps to go.
Race leader on the outside. Green flag back in the air.
That was a great launch by Allgaier.
They both went down the racetrack, not as aggressive for the 7 that time of Allgaier. And this time, way up the racetrack was the 8 of Josh Berry.
Oh, Josh Berry's in trouble. Oh!
And into the wall, he gets 2. Now the 54 tags the back of the 7 as they go into 3. Side by side for the lead.
Oh, boy.
Look who's coming to the picture as this race is side by side. Allgaier's got to make this outside work right here.
Noah Gregson, he's coming up.
Don't let Allgaier win this fucking title, bro.
Ty Gibbs fighting on the inside, but Allgaier makes the pass on the outside.
Well, a comeback by Noah Gregson all the way to 3rd on that restart.
Gibbs rolling the center of 3 and 4, better than anyone. The 9 of Gregson up to 3rd, but Sheldon Creed is in the picture in that 2.
Noah overcooked the entry into turn 3. Got in there too deep. Sheldon Creed tried to take advantage of it. Feel like Sheldon gave him a lot of respect right there.
You saw it. The A car not really in the picture anymore. He had that issue, got high, lost a bunch of positions. Here he is, 3, 4, 5 cars going by, and then off of turn 2 gets into the wall on the backstretch right there, hard contact.
And just trying a little bit too hard into the entry of 1. Side-by-side battle for the lead here.
Gibbs still peeking to the inside of the 7, but Allgaier using that middle line right now. And coming up on 26 laps to go.
This is where the 54 of Gibbs is better than everybody. Right in the middle of 34.
And the spotter giving him the information of where Ty Gibbs is running. Now that lower line. Coming back to Ty Gibbs. Allgaier can't pull away as much as he was able to earlier in the race using the high line.
See, Allgaier right here. He's got to do a great job to get to that yellow line. You do not want to give that 54 car clean air on the bottom of 3 and 4. That is where his advantage is. Allgaier's got to be extremely disciplined in running that corner.
Way up the racetrack once again. Allgaier using that high line. He's able to hold on to the lead.
So watch right here. Watch the 7 car of Allgaier. What is his mission? His mission is to get this car on the bottom. There you go. The spotter just said it. Don't let him get to the left rear. That's a perfect corner by the 7, the driver of that 7 Allgaier. But even still, the 54 Gibbs is able to beat him right there. If he ever leaves that yellow line, he's going to get clean air to that 54, and he's going to throttle up, and they're going to be side by side.
Now the middle line working for the 54 of Gibbs. He stays within a car length of the 7 as they get ready to enter 3.
And he's closer to him than he's ever been, so now he's taking air off the 7 car. Now he's going to drive underneath him. That run off of turn 2 is what gave him that opportunity.
And he stays right on the door. The 2 fighting for a championship right here.
Still, this outside line is better in 1 and 2, so even with a great corner at 3 and 4, Ty Gibbs can't take advantage of it, but he's got to keep going back to that well. Do the same thing right here. No, he's not. He's going to the top.
Gibbs tries the high line, keeps the momentum up. Look at this move.
Oh,
will he cross him over?
It almost worked, Rick. He did not have enough rear grip under acceleration. He went to the throttle, the back of the car came around, and he wasn't able to take advantage of it. But he just learned something. He just learned how to make that work. Let's see if he takes advantage of it.
Always learning at 20 years old. Ty Gibbs.
Again, a good run. Spot. Again, a good run. Now he's to the top. Don't go to the throttle quite as quick as you did before. Easy on the throttle. He's got a huge run right here.
Crossing over.
He goes to the high side. And now, that line that Allgaier had been able to hold him off, Gibbs is going to try. Allgaier slides up the racetrack. Now the momentum in the 54's court.
He's got a side draft him big time down this back straightaway.
No, to you now.
Now to the high line for the 7. Noah Gragson coming into the picture, though. The 54 clears him. Allgaier trying to cross him over as they go down the front stretch and into turn 1.
This is great racing here.
Takes the lead back, but up the track he goes. Here comes the 54 of Gibbs, and now a big run down the backstretch.
Allgaier trying to drive in the corner and give him just do a slide job, and it did not work. Now Noah's got to clear the 7 of Allgaier if he's got any chance whatsoever. He's got it cleared right here.
19 laps to go. Gragson up to that 2nd spot.
Oh, Ty Gibbs back to the bottom.
I talked to the 9 of Noah Gragson before the race. Down the green, and he was very clear. He would rather not have to rough up his teammates. He wanted to run a clean race, but there was one car he would make an exception for. He feels the ticket on the 54 was opened a week ago with the move he made on the 19. Noah has not let off from that conversation all week long, and now he has 18 laps to get to the rear bumper, and when he gets there, what will he do?
And let's see what kind of lap time Noah was able to make right there. He ran the top in 1 and 2, the 54 Gibbs. He loves the bottom. Every single week we see him on that yellow line. If Noah can make that outside work, that's an advantage to Noah. That time by almost the same exact speed between the 2 cars.
Gibbs just a little bit faster at 33 to the 35 of Gragson. But the gap closing now. The momentum using that high line for Gragson. Allgaier still holding on to 3rd. Barry all the way back in 15th after his troubles coming off of turn 2.
And that time Noah went to the bottom of the racetrack. Running the top wasn't giving him what he needed. Trying something different. Going to run the top over here, 1 and 2. Steve, that's where he wants to be. He likes it up here. But going to probably run the bottom again. again in 3 and 4, because running the top is not gaining an advantage.
No, and with coming up to 15 laps to go, there's a handful of lap cars, but no real clump of traffic. So the 54 is going to have to pick them off kind of one at a time. You hope to catch them in the right spots. If you're the 54, if you're the 9, you'd love to see him catch them in an awkward spot like corner exit.
And that time the 9 was a little bit quicker than the 54.
Follows him on the bottom of the racetrack. The gap, a half a second, separating Gibbs and Gregson. A championship on the line coming up on 14 laps remaining in the season.
54 car and clean air, in my opinion, has just been the best car all day. They had one stretch where they weren't, but now with clean air, Noah's going to have to do some incredible work right here, or catch him in lap traffic.
What a race. At least these three have put on the entire race. Out front the most laps has been Gibbs at 111, but Gregson has led 35. Allgaier has led 26, and they have traded the lead back and forth almost this entire race.
Dog. Why aren't you watching the
Noah
TV?
now way up to the top.
There's stuff on the
Just been
TV.
fast few laps, so Noah's last few laps, so Noah's got to start searching. He's got to make something happen now. Cannot let that 54 get any further ahead.
The gap 0.8 of a second. The 54 trying to pull away. Way up the racetrack once again was Gregson. But the gap not getting any smaller. Gibbs still with almost a second lead. Gregson, how hard does he have to push it these final 11 laps?
Noah's a little bit quicker that lap. The 54 car got loose on the under throttle. Even turn 4.
A fight for a championship, and it's their final run in the Xfinity Series. Gibbs will be moving up to the Cup Series, as will Noah Gregson. Those two, the top two.
See, in the back of the 54 car start to move around quite a bit on the exit of 4. Noah's cut this lead. Couple tenths that lap. Watch this 54 car. He loves running the bottom. Watch as he exits turn 4. Let's see if he gets loose again. See, he never got to the bottom right there. He's missing his line. The car's starting to get away from him in 3 and 4.
Well, crazy 2022. A record 8 races have been decided on the last lap. The last 2 championship races here in the Xfinity Series have seen a last lap pass. With 9 to go, will we see it again?
A year ago, we saw Daniel Hemrick put the bumper to the back of Austin Cindric with about 200 feet to go before the finish line, and it got Daniel Hemrick his first win as well as the championship. Now the gap closed to 3 car lengths.
That lap car did not help Noah right there. He had to pitch his car off a little bit on the exit.
Can Gregson catch him? We know what he's willing to do if he does.
54 car's got loose on corner exit. It is clear now. Ty is in a place he hasn't been this entire run. Caught the lap car and went to the top.
See if he can clear it. He does before they get to 1.
This is going to be exciting here.
Through 1 and 2.
Watching the momentum of the 9 car down this back straightaway. See that run that he gets? The 54 can't accelerate like the 9 can.
Carter into 3. Gregson closing the gap. Coming up on 6 laps to go.
There you see the advantage. Noah's got to get close to him. If he can whittle that lead away and get to that rear bumper, he's got a chance to make the 54 loose. And I don't even mean by touching him, just by taking the air off that spoiler.
I don't think he'll wait that long. I think if he can get to that 54's bumper, it's going to be one shot. One big move for the 9 car.
5 to go.
The laps are winding down now. 5 to go. Gregson shortening the distance on the apron.
Noah caught that lap car right at the exact wrong place. He wasn't able to enter the corner the way he wanted to, so that messes up the exit as well.
Who's going to be the 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion? Will it be Noah Gregson? Will it be Ty Gibbs, who's in the lead?
Gregson sliding up the racetrack, giving everything he can, trying to get to the bumper. Gibbs holding tight to the bottom of the racetrack. Gregson followed him down there. The gap still a half a second. Gregson's been stronger into turn 3. But he needs to hang on to this track position that he's gaining. 3 laps to go.
A big lap for the 9, though. Over a 1/10 of a second gained and a little bit of traffic in front of the 54. And this time, Noah was able to enter the top the way he wanted to. And look at the 54, how low he is on corner exit and how it hurt the exit speed.
He's caught the lap traffic. He dives down low. And now, 2 car lengths separate them.
Oh boy. 2 laps to go.
So Ty Gibbs did not have a clean lap in 3 and 4. That has helped the 9 car.
Sam Mayer in front. And Sam goes way up the racetrack, trying to stay out of the way of this championship battle. Sam fighting back on the outside now.
Oh boy.
Ty Gibbs that line.
White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go in the NASCAR Xfinity Series season. Who's going to win the championship?
What will Gregson do if he's able to get to him? Can Gibbs stay in front? The lap traffic once again coming into play.
And Ty Gibbs is going to do it. After what all the haters fucking said, rightfully said. Oh my God. But Ty Gibbs is the 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion. Ty Gibbs does it. Ty Gibbs.
You guys are the man. Thank you. Thank you for everybody.
At just 20 years
Fuck
old,
what all the haters said.
Continues to impress, and today adds an Xfinity Series championship.
To be a champion. Man, I just want to stay with you, bro.
That sounded like series director there coming on the radio. Wayne Ott. And the crowd and crew celebrating. We'll see what the crowd does when Ty gets out of the car. Gregson gave it his all. You see him pulling the helmet off now and climbing out of the car. Dylan, I believe you've caught up with a very happy crew chief.
And they are in the middle of their traditional post-race prayer that the coach and everybody leads on this Joe Gibbs Racing team. Chris Gale, let's grab you here real quick. Man, how proud of you of this kid. In a week where there was so much turmoil and distraction, he blocked all that out, and now he's a champion.
Yeah, I mean, just think about how tough you got to be, how resilient you have to be after going through that last week, right? The hardest thing for him was going to be all the stuff leading up to it, man. When you got between these 2 walls on the racetrack, that's where he shined today, man. So proud of, you know, there were 3 or 4 moments there where he could have panicked, could have got himself in trouble, could have got somebody else in trouble. Man, he did such a marvelous job all day.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how is anybody going to talk shit? Like, this kid came out here and raced like a fucking champion. He really did. He raced Noah Gregson and Justin Allgaier like a champion would race. And I know, that's the thing about Ty Gibbs, is that I know he's capable of it. I know Ty Gibbs is capable of racing like a champion. You know? He did it at Pocono. When he was racing Noah Gregson at Pocono, that was some great fucking racing. And today he raced like that. He raced like a champion. And
emotional, taking everything in. I think Ty Gibbs.
You know, I know not everyone's going to forgive him, but, I mean, take a look at how he drove today. That is how a champion drives.
Stay humble.
With all of the pressure of the week,
What time tomorrow? I'll be live at 3 tomorrow.
his own team, the competitors questioning his move, he steps up, sits on the pole, wins every stage, and wins the race. And say what you want about the young man and how he races, you may or may not like it. You have to be impressed with his ability to put all of that behind him in this huge moment and go dominate and win this race.
You know, Thursday at the media center, he said a lot of the right things. The questions were, will his actions back them up? And on the biggest stage of his career, I didn't see him touch anyone. Clean racing would have been the easiest to make a move. So his actions backed up what he said. And now he gets this triumph.
How y'all gonna boo the champion?
Cheers and boos mixture. And you see the excitement for the young man. He has won the race, his 7th of this year, and a championship. Marty?
Rick, I'll say before the race, it was a lot of boos from the crowd, but that was a mixture. Some cheers there for Ty Gibbs, the 2022 Xfinity Series champion.
Boo him all you want. The man's a champion.
Well, Ty, how did you put all the chatter and all the criticism behind you this week and deliver the title today?
Yeah, well, first off, I just want to say thank you to my team. Every one of these guys, my pit crew, they did an awesome job. They put us here. Great job to my team. You know, what I did last week was unacceptable. And, you know, I apologize once again, but it was unacceptable because we could have 2 shots to win this deal. And it was stupid from an organization standpoint, so all my fault. And you know, I can sit here and tell you I'm sorry as much as I can, but that's not going to fix it. I'm going to fix my actions, and I feel like today I had a good race. I feel like it made some good moves. Me and the 7 were racing really hard. I feel like hopefully we put on a great show for you guys fans, and thank you for all what you guys did.
I want to get your reaction to that. This is 33 races, 10 months of work, all going into this one moment. And you get out as a champion, and it's very mixed reaction from the fans. How do you react to that?
Yeah, well, I don't want to be the one with the booze, and I'm the one that put myself in that position, but whatever. I don't want this championship to be remembered for booze. I want to be remembered for hard work on our team. Awesome job. Let's go, Monster Energy, David Gallen, Mitch Covington. Thank you guys so much. Norm from Interstate Batteries, Xfinity. My car was the fastest in the internet. I think that's what I'm supposed to say. I don't know. Thank you to the fans. I know how to hopefully I earned some respect back. And we'll move on. Thank you, guys.
Hello, cheers there. So I want to ask you your thoughts when you saw the 9 behind you after all the chatter that if he got to you all week long, he said he was going to wreck you. Were you worried that would happen?
Not at all. I focused at the windshield. I feel like we had a great race with those guys. So great job at Junior Motorsports, but you know, the 25% won. Awesome job. Thank you for everybody. Thank you all the guys. Had an awesome time racing Xfinity Series this year. You know, looking for more, and I'm very excited. Thank you for everybody. We're champions. We're champions.
Ty Gibbs took the dominant car. Dave Burns, he wins it. He's the 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion.
Boo him all you want. The man's a champion.
Ty Gibbs celebrates Noah Gregson, talking to everyone who's a big part of his life. Dale Jr. down here, Johnny Morris and the Morris family stepping in and such a big part of what's happened here for so many years. And Noah, doggone it, looked like the car was fast at times. What was the difference?
You know, just execution on pit stops. We just need to be better as a Bass Pro Shop team all around, but still proud of everyone's efforts. Thought we had a really good car there in the second half. Restarted 8 on that last restart, and got up to second, just not enough, just too tight there at the end. But still super proud of everybody. This guy right here.
Johnny, we're proud of you, I'll tell you that.
Johnny Morris.
Heck of a year. Heck of a year.
This guy. Johnny Morris and JP. Yeah, make sure you get out vision hunting. Make sure you get your timber camouflage and get all your fishing and hunting needs at Bass Pro Shops, and then Black Rifle Coffee as well. Appreciate you guys being here. Just thanks all the fans. You guys are so badass. just didn't have enough for him at the end, but it wasn't a lack of trying. I was going to drive in if I was any closer and get that POS, but definitely sucks to lose to someone like that, but it's not from a lack of effort. This Bass Pro Shop team was really good all year, 8 wins, led the most laps, most top 5s, just come up one race short, but just so thankful for everybody at Junior Motorsports, and it sucks.
Reviewing some numbers there. It's been 4 years with this group, and we talked about family, how big a family they are to you. We obviously saw how much Johnny means to you and everybody else. What will you remember, and does it just grind on you that you could not deliver it for them?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a team effort. We win and lose as a team, so still proud of everyone's efforts all year. We've been in position to win a lot of races and have executed them out, just come up one spot short, but definitely bittersweet moving on to the Cup Series next year with Petty GMS. Big thanks to them for putting me in the 42 car next year for them, but Tim, I'm going to miss this Junior Motorsports team, Dale, Kelly, LW, all the employees at Junior Motorsports. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Mr. Hendrick, the Hendrick Engine Shop, thank you for all the hard work, but most importantly, the fans. It's been unbelievable this year to see the support and the love by everybody involved that comes down to the fence when we're climbing the fence, having our t-shirts on, the cheers, the driver intros. It just means so much, not only to me, but this team. I know everyone's pissed, but still an unbelievable year.
Noah, how developmental was this?
The thing is Mario Andretti tweeted and said that Ty Gibbs deserves this championship. If Mario Andretti says that, then he deserves it.
Just opportunities like that when we lose spots on pit road and restart 8th and get back up to the front and just regroup, refocus. What's done is done. You got to be able to go up against those Cup guys, you got to be able to regroup and refocus, when you run into adversity and challenges. But, just got to keep working hard. That's all there is to it.
Noah Gragson does not win the championship today. A valid effort from him. I'm going to have my cameraman Stoley just pivot over here just a little bit. We're going to find Dale Jr. in the crowd over here. Junior, watch you pacing all day. What are the emotions now that it's over?
Well, it's really disappointing. We got beat. Ty Gibbs and Joe, they got an amazing program, and Ty's a talent, and they did everything right today, and we raced them hard, and they raced us hard, and it was a good, clean battle. So it's a blessing to have a shot at it, to be honest with you. You're going to have chances when you're going to win championships if you show up enough, and I'm blessed that we're competitive. Certainly have to retool and try to come back and be better, and that's what we'll work on in the off season. We'll get all the group together and build them around back up and retool and come back strong.
Quite a program that Dale and Kelly, LW, and the whole crew have put together there at JRM. 3 drivers in the championship for today. Rick?
Yeah, 75% of the championship 4 were Junior Motorsports drivers, but you heard him say the 25% was able to get it today. It was Ty Gibbs. You guys mentioned it. A very clean race. He was the dominant car, 125 laps led with the 20-year-old, and he's celebrating. You mentioned the fans, which he doesn't have a lot of. He'd like to win them back. Well, he won the race, he won the championship, and now he's going to try to win the fans back as well. 4 drivers on the other side of the race.
If you're loud, be louder. If you stand out, stand strong. And if you got the devil on your shoulder, take him for a ride.
Ty Gibbs is the champion, Sheena.
They say you eat with your eyes first.
Everyone
so here's a good look
hates
at our
him
new
but
big and
me.
fluffy French toast. Artisan hollow.
Everyone
and vanilla
hates him but me,
French
Sheena.
toast the way it's meant to be. Try all 3
Yeah.
flavors. Only at IHOP.
He's
Download
actually
the
a
app
really
and
good
free
driver,
every purchase.
but he does like really stupid shit. So like everybody hates him besides me.
The county's best hangout. Just got better. the living soup with the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
The sun has set on the Xfinity Series season, and Joe Gibbs Racing will begin their celebration for the offseason, celebrating Ty Gibbs and an Xfinity Series championship. What a run they had today. And coming up just a little bit short, finishing in third, was Justin Allgaier, standing by with you, Nascar.
Right, Rick, getting the congratulations and high five here from Noah Gregson, his teammate, finished second, chatted it over. But Justin, you got to the lead. It looked like you were trying to hold off the 54. Is there anything different you could have done to get the lead?
Honestly, at the end of the race there, we had some issues going on. Not so sure that the engine's not blowing up. We didn't have any gauges all night, and it definitely was a struggle at the end to hold on. And we
Well, the crybaby won, so wish Noah would have dumped his shit. Here's the thing, man. I mean, I totally agree that Ty Gibbs, what he did last week, was fucking stupid. But today, he raced like a champion. He raced like a true champion, and that deserves some credit. I mean, when you think of champion, you think of how he raced today. And, you know, like how he raced at Pocono, too, with Noah Gregson. Like, I feel like that was really good racing. Like, if we could just see more of that from Ty Gibbs, it's like this is a good step. Man's a champion now.
Nothing to hang our heads over. We're going to go back to work, and we'll come back next year even stronger and try to do it all over again.
You've been so close before. I know this one maybe felt like the one this time. So how do you rebuild into the offseason and for next year being this close, now your fifth time?
You just learn new ways to lose, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what we could have done different tonight. You know, the team executed on a pit road. Jason Burnett and the guys did a great job of making good calls on the car. Eddie DeHaan did a fantastic job spotting the race. It just needed to go our way. And
you race with a cheating car? Where's the proof? Where's the evidence? Where is the evidence?
I was really surprised how much the track changed.
Provide the evidence. Provide the evidence to the court. Provide the court with your evidence.
I thought, man, we just got to go for it. But hats off to everybody at Chevrolet, Hendrick Engine Department, everybody on our race team. I love this racetrack at Phoenix Raceway. We race here more often because it's just such a fun place. And part of our team. We'll go on to next year and have some fun. I get to race you next year, so it's fun.
Dylan, well, Justin Allgaier and this 7 team obviously put their best effort. Just a little short, Dylan.
And the same story for Josh Berry and the number 8 team. Ultimately not the finish they wanted today. You guys got the car better, worked on it all day, but then at the end, what happened there?
Yeah, this was a long day. This is a tough day. We just unloaded, or just really all weekend. We've just been fighting it a little bit. Just super loose at the start. Worked on it and got better. Got some track position. I mean, just a couple restarts went our way. We were able to get up there, but yeah, the last restart, I don't know. It's so hard to tell with that traction compound.
Ain't no way his shit was that fast compared to the other, but he'll get away with it anyways because Ty Gibbs is everything to NASCAR. It's just like Bubba, just like Chase. So no matter how much they cheat, ain't no way his shit was that fast compared to the. Bro, it literally was. We just saw video evidence on TV that it was. Ty had the fastest car today, and he's not even close to the best. Oh, that's definitely true. The car is just fast, but he still had to drive it. Well, I mean, that's just the case with anyone, you know? That's just the case with anyone. I mean, no matter what, if you are a shit driver, no matter how good of a car you have, you're not gonna win, you know? And if you're a good driver, like if you have a really shit car, you're also probably not gonna win. You know? Like, you gotta have a good car, and you gotta be a good driver. You ain't no Kyle Busch, well, that's for damn sure. But this Kyle Busch fan respects Ty Gibbs.
Time for one last Old West showdown. Phoenix. Under this high, bright desert sky, 4 drivers will enter, and you know the rest. No one is going to give you this championship. You've got to take it.
Championship on NBC and Peacock.
At Marshalls, our buyers spend every day hustling for the brands you love. So you don't have to. We get the deals, you get the good stuff. Marshalls. For skin as alive as you are, don't settle for silver. Harness the power of 7 moisturizers and 3 vitamins to smooth, heal, and moisturize your dry skin. Gold Bond. Champion your skin. Whether you're running a family or a business, you do everything in your power to make sure those around you have everything they need. At National Grid, we're doing everything we can, so you have everything you need.
At least Kyle has grown up compared to Ty. He'll stay like this because he's a pussy, but say whatever y'all want. Ty is a punk and a nobody. Well, a nobody wouldn't be an Xfinity Series champion. A nobody would be a nobody. He's a pussy. I think it takes a lot of bravery to be the most hated man in the world for a whole week and then to come back out.
Came over, and like I said, very impressive.
Yeah, he just shook Noah Gregson's hand.
Ty Gibbs out of the car, and that means it's time to celebrate a championship. And let's go to the championship stage and Marty Snyder.
Yeah, Rick, time to hand out some hardware for the 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion Ty Gibbs. To do that, we have Matt Letter, Vice President, Branded Partnerships and Activation with Comcast.
Oh, I'm not really a Joe Gibbs fan after tomorrow. I'm only a Joe Gibbs fan for the next day, bro. 24 hours from now, I will not be a Joe Gibbs fan any longer. So.
Congratulations to Coach Gibbs, everybody at Joe Gibbs Racing, Toyota Racing, congratulations. You know, we say in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, names are made here. And I think it's really, really clear that Ty's been making his name since day one. Winning his first ever race in our series, 11 wins, and now culminating it with the championship this year. So Ty, on behalf of everybody at Comcast, NBC Universal, congratulations on being the 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion.
All right, Steve, I'll let you do the honors and have the next word here.
Yeah, incredible battle with Justin, Josh, and Noah. One of the best races I've seen. Ty, you delivered with the bright lights. We're proud to call you our 22 champion. Look forward to seeing you in the Cup Series as well.
All right, time to hand out some hardware. For that, we'll let Mr. O'Donnell do that. Ty Gibbs, the 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion. He's got that trophy.
He kissed the trophy.
Grab a word with Ty. Paul Dolschel from Toyota over here as well. So Ty, you said this week, I let my family down. I even betrayed my family. Does that make it all the more sweeter to deliver a championship to them today?
The mistakes I made last week were completely unacceptable. And the only thing I could have done this week is gone out there and win and drive respectfully. And I feel like I did that. And thank you to my team. I once again apologize again to the 19 team and our whole organization, but the only thing I knew moving forward is do better. That's how I work my mindset. But forget about that now. It's time to celebrate a championship with all those guys' hard work, and it's just amazing.
In a way, did last week motivate you even more for today?
I don't really believe in motivation. It's all temporary. Motivation's weakness. Relentlessness is infinity and lasts forever. So that's what I keep my mind on and keep moving forward with. And I love for racing so much that I don't have to be motivated to do stuff. I love doing it. I love the work.
We've talked about your emotions all week long, but what were your emotions after the checkered flag, and what thoughts did you have about the family and this organization?
I'm just so excited, to be honest with you. I feel like I was filled up with such energy that I didn't know what to do with myself. Luckily I didn't cry like I did when I won Daytona, so hopefully I matured a little bit, I guess.
All right, were those the hardest laps you've ever driven in your entire life?
They were definitely really hard, and especially when I got to one of the teammates, I was a little scared, but he raced me well and let me go by. I respect everybody. I feel like this whole week's given me a new perspective on racing and how to handle it.
You got the hug from your grandfather, but you also got a congratulations from Noah Gregson. After all the words he said this week, what did that mean to you?
It means a lot, for sure. Especially having my grandfather there is awesome, and then having Noah come up means a lot to me. So it just shows two great people, and great race car drivers have respect for Noah, and no matter what he says this whole week. So just keep moving forward. I feel like I'm just gonna keep working as hard as I can and keep enjoying it. And I tell you what, after tomorrow, I can't wait for the off season.
I tell you what, these pit crew guys who got you that last stop and gained you a spot, I think they're ready to party. Are you?
I'm 20. I got a race tomorrow, so I guess party is gonna only last too long. But these boys do whatever they want tonight. They have a free pass.
There you go, Rick. I think Coca-Cola, when you're age 20, is an acceptable form of partying. Ty Gibbs certainly going to enjoy the evening now as the NASCAR Xfinity Series champion.
We'll see when it sinks in for the young man. You see the smile on his face. And he talked about he doesn't need motivation. He loves the sport, loves racing so much that it's that love that drives him.
I'm proud of him. Nobody can say that he doesn't deserve this. And be honest. Like, man won 7 races this year. You're gonna tell me he didn't deserve this championship? But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna end this stream right here. I'm gonna go watch the World Series because it's the Astros could win it tonight. And I'll be live tomorrow at 3. Noah deserves it more. Yeah, probably. Probably, yeah. But, I mean, it's just this format's fucking stupid. AJ Allmendinger would be the champion if we didn't have this stupid fucking format. I hate this format, and the fact that we even have to put ourselves in these situations anyway is just so stupid. But yeah, I want to thank my Xfinity gang, the motherfuckers have been watching my Xfinity streams for joining this year. Y'all have been awesome. I think February something is the next Xfinity race, so I'll definitely be live for that. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching, and peace out.